backstroke champion from last night, but here it is as we come into the turn. Vargas Blanco 34.46 for her, and Hunter 35.35, and it was Shelby Newkirk who's currently in 35.90 for third at the turn.
It is going to come right down to the touch now. It is going to be Vargas Blanco and Anna Hunter coming in absolutely together, and the touch goes to Vargas Blanco. 5/100ths of a second separating the top two. What a contest between
third at the turn there, and then it just, you were giving it all.
Yeah, I gave it everything I had, but coming off of yesterday, definitely just didn't have that last little bit, but I've got more races to come, so I'm excited to see how those ones go.
They are led out by Ali Van Vick Smart, World Championship medalist in 2019 from Canada. Veronica Gurenko medalist in. The swimmers in the outside lanes now coming home. Lane number 2, Veronica Gurenko.
It was a great race for me. I definitely did not do well, but I think I was nervous, and you can see that, but I still had fun, so yeah.
Representing Brazil, Jose Ronaldo da Silva. In lane 5, representing Italy, Francesco Bettella. And in lane 4, representing Ukraine, Anton Cole. This is the men's 100 meters backstroke S1 final.
In all 4 limbs, so his joints don't really move. So when you get swimming, you'll see he swims a very straight arm backstroke that he is renowned for, but it's very effective. He always looks very cool and calm and collected, doesn't he, Anton Cole? You'd never know that he was about to swim his main event.
Anton Cole will be in the middle of the 5 swimmers, 2 Greeks on the outside lanes here. Really a good chance for all of these swimmers to try and make their way onto the medal podium. Anton Cole and Francesco Bettella will be the 2 pre-race favourites. Swimmers will be, some of the swimmers will be coming in from the side. As we look at the pictures, there's Anton Cole. He'll be lowered in over the timing pads. There's that 100 backstroke. You see the adaptations of the starts for some of the swimmers. I think all of them are going to be held onto the wall by their coaches. The coaches, of course, can hold their swimmers in position. Not allowed, of course, to add propulsion, so they'll just release the swimmers when they hear the starting signal. And all very similar starts. And these starts have kind of been adapted over the years to suit certain swimmers. And we've seen in the major championships over the years, some swimmers kind of do some innovation, make some innovative style, technique, and other swimmers have copied it.
Yeah, and these athletes all being held at the feet there because none of them have the grit really to hold on to the bar and actually the function to then get themselves into this flat position. And you can see they're already going very well. It is the 2 athletes occupying those yellow lanes in the centre, Anton Cole of Ukraine and Francesco Bettella of Italy. The championship record holder Iyad Shalabi of Israel, he was a world champion, isn't here. Unfortunately, he broke his arm about 6 weeks ago, and he only has that one arm to propel him through the water. He's in rehab. He will hopefully be back, but he just didn't have enough time to make this final. But this is such an exciting race. Very different strokes. There we see that straight arm, single stroke that I was talking about. Cole swimming there. He just gets the touch by only 0.2 of a second from Bettella, but it was Bettella that got around the wall most quickly, and that double arm stroke for the Italian always proves effective. But Cole already overhauled the deficit that he experienced as they went around the walls, and now we're in for a pretty exciting race between these 2 as we come into the latter part of the event.
Well, the blue cap of Francesco Bettella, the Italian team, being really successful over the first day of competition. First 2 days they topped the medal table with 9 gold medals over those first 2 days. Is Francesco Bettella going to add another one? That double arm backstroke looking really strong, but Anton Cole, he is holding on with that alternate backstroke stroke on the arms. It is very, very tight indeed. Bettella and Cole, well, they've raced against each other for many years now. They both won silver medals in this event at the Paralympic Games. They both won bronze medals at the Paralympic Games in this event. It is all going to come down to the touch here. Anton Cole and Francesco Bettella, they're coming in. Might be Anton Cole, maybe just with the edge here, right at the finish. It is going to be Anton Cole who takes it. Half a second in it. What a great race to start the evening off with. But Anton Cole will take the gold for Ukraine, with Francesco Bettella in the silver medal position. The bronze medal, well, it's a bit of a contest here. It's going to be Da Silva or Karapides, and it looks like it might be the Brazilian who will take the bronze medal, Jose Ronaldo da Silva, and that will be a first medal at major championships for the Brazilian.
Well, there we can see all smiles, and it was vital for Anton Cole to get ahead of Bettella because his arms don't reach so far, so when they're coming into the wall, Bettella can be slightly behind, but if he times his stroke to perfection, then he can snatch that victory. So Cole taking an impressive victory, and now we are just waiting to see. We can all see in your picture there the Greek athlete swimming without his goggles. Onto, we see that a lot from the Greek athletes, choosing to swim without goggles. You can see he's got a really flat head, that double arm stroke that he uses so effectively as he comes into the final couple of meters of this 100 meters backstroke.
Contu making his debut at the Major Championship. Saw him in the World Para Series in Berlin earlier this year. That's where he did the qualification standard for this event. And he finishes in 5th position. Well, what a great contest at the front of the field there. And there is the champion, Anton Cole. He's been around for a few years now. It's his 4th World Championship. Started back in 2013. All smiles for Anton Cole, the Ukrainian. But it was such a good head-to-head there, Liz, between Cole and Bottella.
Yeah, and the athletes have, their impairment is so significant that you know that there's never going to be a huge burst of speed at the end. They don't have the leg kick to go to. They typically are already operating at the stroke rate that they best function at. So it really does come down to the wire, and it was such a close finish there at the end. And on this occasion, it was Cole that got the better of Bottella.
He just flung that right arm over at the end, didn't he? To make sure he got the touch. Anton Cole takes the 100 metres backstroke S1 title. Francesco Bottella takes the silver. It's a new America's record for Jose Ronaldo da Silva to take the bronze. Is Yevgeny Bodaiko, one of the great Ukrainian champions. Great to see him here at these championships once again. He's been a real star for the Ukrainian team over the years. Still looks fresh-faced, doesn't he? He's been around for about 10 years now.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't really age, does he? He's such... He always puts in a shift for them. He swims typically quite a heavy programme. In London in 2012, do you remember just every time he was on that block, he was on that podium? And he's got such a range of strokes that he can swim to. He's one of those athletes that has grown up in front of our eyes.
And he's in that kind of middle classification range, S6, S7. And he features in the Ukrainian relay teams, you know, in both the 34-point relay teams and in the 20-point relay teams. So he's always very busy. Yeah,
he used to have to get out of one and go into the other, didn't he? Similarly, Daniel Diaz of Brazil used to do a similar thing. He was on relay duty in both the higher classification and the lower classification relay.
It's 100 backstroke for the S2 classifications. 2 Mexicans in the outside lanes. There is the first of them, Jesus Rey Lopez Cervantes. Christopher Tronco coming out on the other side of the pool. The music on. Won a medal in the relay yesterday for the Mexican team, take that silver medal. There's Rodrigo Santillan, the youngest swimmer in his final, the Peruvian, 17-year-old, goes in lane number 7. Swimmers, of course, fanning out to the outside lanes. The fastest swimmers will be in last. The 6th World Championship appearance for Aristides Makrodemitris of Greece. And there's the first of the 2 Polish swimmers. That's Kamil Otoski. There's the second of the Poles, Jacek Czech, being a medalist on the international stage. Took a medal here last year in the European Championships in this event. And there is one of the men to beat, Alberto Albarza, Paralympic champion. Next to the Paralympic silver medalist, Gabriel dos Santos Araujo. So the 2 swimmers who took top spots in the Paralympic Games last year come head to head again. Alberto Albarza, again, has been someone who's forced the Chilean team onto the medal podium. Chile didn't have a World Championship medal for many years now. Albarza was one of the first ones to pull him onto that medal podium. And he goes in lane number 5 to the bronze medal in this event at the last World Championships. Gabriel dos Santos Araujo, though, it's been a real find for the Brazilian team. And he had such a good Paralympic Games, taking 2 gold medals, 50 backstroke and in the 200 freestyle. So the two main contenders in the centre lane. It's difficult to see past them. They should fight out for a gold and silver medal. But you never know. The World Championship final again. We see there's a lot of the adaptations at the start.
Yeah, there's some very different impairments in this classification group. And you can see there Dos Santos Araujo holding onto that towel with his teeth. And there Dos Santos Araujo using a similar start to Christopher Tronco of Mexico in lane 1. All of the other athletes being held at the feet with those, and then starting to come back. But it is Dos Santos and Tronco that get off the wall best to start with. You can see there that butterfly kick undulation on his back for Santos Araujo, that yellow hat of Brazil going strongly at the moment. But it will be Albaza of Chile that has very high stroke rate there to the right of your shot with that single arm backstroke, and Jacek, the European champion for Poland back in 2018 in Dublin with that double arm backstroke. They will try to reel in Santos Araujo from that early start, because off the turn Santos Araujo will have the advantage, but then that's when the chasing pack make their move.
Yeah, Barca closing with every stroke as they came to the end, but once they come off the turn, Dos Santos Araujo has increased that advantage again, and it's all about playing catch-up for Alberto Arbarza. Now another fascinating racing prospect as they go with coming up to the halfway point of this final lane.
Yeah, and Alberto Arbarza, really, he's got the speed here. He's moving more quickly through the water at this point. Look, Santos Araujo will be able to see him at the corner of his eye as he gets into that picture. He starts to make that splash. You do see it, and so he'll be trying to hold on. And Arbarza will know that he's closing the gap. These athletes study each other's races. Also going well, it is Czech for Poland in that white cap there at the top of your shot. But can Santos Araujo hold on?
Well, it is Arbarza right up to the feet now of Dos Santos Araujo, but it is going to be the Brazilian who will hold on, and a great swim again from the 20-year-old Brazilian. It's a championship record for him, 1:57.69. Excellent swim from the Brazilian under the 2-minute mark, and that's an excellent performance for him. And it had to be a great performance, a great time, because Arbarza just over the 2-minute mark. An excellent swim for him as well. He'd be disappointed with silver, I'm sure. The Chilean wanted to claim gold to add to the Paralympic title, but it goes to Brazil. And Jacek Czech, an excellent time, 2:02.05 for the Polish swimmer. I think that might even be a lifetime best for Jacek Czech in this World Championship final.
Well, again, two very exciting races to start us off here tonight. You can see just how hard Arbarza was working there to catch the fast start in Dos Santos Araujo. The 20-year-old from Brazil, he had a brilliant Tokyo Paralympic Games, and he's come back and he's excited. Like, he's got back into training and he's loving life. And you see how he swivels around the wall there, gets off the butt. That's where he gets his advantage. And we saw Arbarza was catching, but then with about 20 meters to go, it was as if Dos Santos Araujo found another gear and started with a huge splash kicking, and that was what made the difference in the end.
It's a championship record for Gabriel Dos Santos Araujo. He takes it in 1:57.69 ahead of Alberto Arbarza and Jacek Czech. That is 3 quality times there, the 3 fastest times in the world this year. And S1's and S2 providing a couple of great tussles here in the first couple of races.
You're on the TV,
Oh,
Paul.
look at that pair.
Good job. I washed my hair. I washed my hair today. There you
You
go.
did.
Yeah.
It's looking good, Liz.
It's pretty good to be back, though, isn't it? And it does make commentating on those races a lot easier. We can stand up, we can see the whole pool, we can give you the information maybe you're not getting immediately in frame on the screen. unlike last year when we were getting what you were getting.
And we were not even together. We were in our own homes.
We were pretty much as far apart as we could get, weren't we? You were in sunny Scotland, and in Welsh Wales.
We managed it though, but it is always good to be back to sample the atmosphere here at the major championships. See all the teams, people that we are familiar with, get a little bit of the goss on the teams. Always good to get the insight, see how these teams prepare. Here's the swimmers for the 100 backstroke S2 for women. Katerina Draganova-Kordas lead them out in lane number 2. There's the Turkish swimmer. They've had a good championship so far. As Elif Ildem. Angela Procida won a medal in the breaststroke on night 1 of competition. She was delighted with that. Fabiola Ramirez Martinez, the Mexican, goes in lane number 5. And the world's record holder, Yip Pinju from Singapore, completes the lineup in that centre lane. Yip Pinju being such a successful swimmer for the Singapore team over the years, their most successful swimmer in terms of Paralympics. First hit the top spot on the podium back in Beijing Paralympic Games in 2008. It's her 6th World Championship. She is the reigning champion, winning that title in 2019. Real star in her home country.
Yeah, and she does a lot for people with disabilities in Singapore. So often, being an athlete, it gives you a platform, and she really does use it to benefit the wider society. And you can see here she's having a few problems with her goggles, but they'll get sorted. That is why we see a lot of the athletes, they do get to have an assistant with them to help them with things like their hat, their goggle. We've seen them assist at the start, getting them into the water. Each athlete gets that signed off for their specific needs. And you can see if she didn't have that here just then, just how anxious she could have got at the start. And no athlete needs that before they race.
Yeah, no matter how experienced you are, things do happen in the lead up to races. I see it. We all probably found that out across the years. Pinju Jip though making her way into that centre lane. Angela Procida had an excellent swim in the breaststroke. She swims in the SB1 class, Angela Procida, and won a medal in the SB2 classification. So real celebrations for the Italian team, and that happened a couple of days ago. We do have one S1 swimmer swimming up against the S2s, and that's Elif Ildem from Turkey. World record holder, Paralympic champion, the world champion in the centre lane. He's looking to dominate this one from the start.
Yeah, and Yip did get off to a good start. You can see there the Mexican Ramirez Martinez using the underwater. She's got that butterfly kick undulation that she's going with. No use of the arms for the Mexican athlete in lane 5. So she'll maximise what she can off the starts and the turns, but as ever in this event in recent times, it is Yip for Singapore who's up and already into a commanding lead. She's worked really hard in recent years on being able to maintain that high stroke rate. She doesn't get hardly anything out of her hands in terms of catching the water, so she's worked on strengthening those shoulders to throw her arms over there. You can see that, and that's what she uses to move the water. It's more, her arm acts as more of a paddle, and we see her now coming into the turn. 103.48 for her, swivels round the wall very, very effectively. Minimal time lost there as she comes into the wall, and currently it is Ramirez Martinez doing that tumble turn there, pushing off the wall in second position, but she has got company from Angela Procida of Italy, who would love to get another medal and contribute to the success that they are having here at this World Championships.
And we saw from that head-on shot just how steady the head position is of Yip Pinju of Singapore. Really keeping that body straight, keeping it level. There's the Mexican, Fabiola Ramirez Martinez just in second position at the moment, I think. Well, just moving into second position. Procida with that battle now, with that double arm backstroke, really launching in to that stroke here. But here comes the champion. She's going to retain that title, I think. Yip Pinju from Singapore is going to win this one by a clear margin. She has dominated this event in recent years, and she has won another world title here. And it's a championship record as well, 2:15.16. Championship record, kind of taking us by surprise a little here in the commentary box, but that was an excellent swim there from Yip Pinju from Singapore. Close contest for second. It's going to be won by the Mexican Fabiola Ramirez Martinez in an America's record, touching in second position just ahead of Angela Procida from Italy. And again, the Italian will be delighted with that one. Two swimmers still left in the water, Katerina Draganova-Cordas and Elif Ildem. Draganova-Cordas, Serbian, was an able-bodied swimmer, Liz, until she had an accident a few years ago in 2015, and she's moved into para-swimming.
Yeah, and you can just see here as she comes into the wall just how different it is in para-swimming. When athletes acquire a disability, they have to relearn. We've talked about it already this week with Tanja Scholz in the S4 category for Germany. That actually, it's a completely different thing. You have to relearn how to do everything, and it's not just a simple side step into para-swimming. But it's great to see her here and swimming well.
There's the Turkish team. Sorry, Boyachi taking a picture there of her teammate as she finishes. Pleased with that performance from Elif Ildem. But there's the champion. Yip Pinju of Singapore retains that title that she won in 2019 and improves the championship record.
Well, she got off to a really, really good start, and she had clear water. And you talked about how she keeps her head really flat, and I guess that's what makes it look so effortless. It's difficult to judge how quickly she's going because she's so far ahead, there's no real reference point. And at this point with this picture, it did look like Procida was going to catch Ramirez Martinez, but then, as we've seen so often, the Mexican just had a bit of a spurt at the end and opened up some space between her and the Italian.
Yip Pinju from Singapore takes the S2 100 backstroke in a championship record time. It's an America's record for Fabiola Ramirez Martinez of Mexico, and the bronze medal goes to Italy's Angela Procida. Well, the favourite lived up to her billing there. These swimmers, of course, have it's the 100 backstroke, 50 backstroke as well for the S2 swimmers. It's only the S1s and S2s that have both 50 and 100 backstroke offered at these championships.
Yeah, and typically most S1s or S2s do swim backstroke as their freestyle.
Please welcome the athlete to men's 100 meters breaststroke SB7 final.
Por favor, recebam os nadadores para a final dos 100 metros bruços masculinos, classe SB7.
In lane 1, representing Argentina, Facundo Signorini.
A pista número 7 em representação de Portugal, João Campos.
In lane 2, representing Venezuela, Erickson Bermudez.
Now, right on cue.
Facundo Signorini.
The Argentinian, the 20-year-old Signorini, leads them out in lane number 1. The home swimmer, João Campos. I wonder if we're going to get a whole medal tonight. He goes in lane number 7. Erickson Bermudez from Venezuela, Paralympic Games finalist. He goes in lane number 2. Pipo Calamaggio, fresh from his medal-winning success in the backstroke yesterday, in lane number 6. Mark Malyar, 2 gold medals at the Paralympic Games last year in Tokyo. The Israeli goes in lane number 3. The African record holder, Christian Sadie from South Africa. Big medal hope for the South African team. Goes in lane number 5. But the man to beat, the world record holder, Carlos Serrano Zarate. Set that world record in Berlin earlier this year. Already has a gold medal to his name in the 200 metres individual medley earlier this week. He holds a championship record as well at 111.31. He set that to win in London in 2019. He's won 3 world titles on the bounce. Really came to our attention, Liz, in the 2015 World Championships. Carlos Serrano Zarate. That was where he won his first title. He's followed that up with a win in 2017, 2019. He's back here for his 4th World Championships. Can he do 4 in a row, the Colombian?
Well, it so often is a question of how fast can Serrano Zarate of Colombia in that pink hat, in that centre lane 4, go. But we can see there are medals on offer here, and there's a real opportunity here for Christian Sadi of South Africa in lane 5, in that other yellow lane, to get onto the podium. Also going well is Mark Malyar of Israel, to the left of your screen at the moment. But it will be Serrano Zarate that leads the spearhead at the halfway point. 32.90 for him.
He's inside world record pace by around about 0.2 of a second. So Carlos Serrano Zarate, we might be on for a world record attempt here for the Colombian. He is far and away ahead of the rest of the field. It's Malyar and Sadi who are fighting it out for the silver medal position. They are very close, these 2 white caps, separated by the lane which is occupied by Carlos Serrano Zarate. It's all about Serrano Zarate and the clock here. 1:11.18 is the world record time. Into the last few strokes now, and it is gold for Carlos Serrano Zarate in 1:11.62. Delighted to take that 4th world title. It is silver to the South African Christian Sadi in an African record, with Mark Malyar in 3rd place for Israel. Great swim though, a real dominant swim from Carlos Serrano Zarate.
Yeah, and he always celebrates like it's his first, doesn't he? It's so good to see. He really attacked that down the first 50. There you can see Sadi just soaking it all in, looking at the scoreboard, waiting for the results to be confirmed. And now they all start to celebrate. They've been confirmed in venue. We're still waiting for the official results. Always a nervous wait, especially on a breaststroke event. But Serrano Zarate, he's moved this SB7 men's event on over the years. He really is untouchable.
Yeah, absolutely no one near the times that Carlos Serrano Zarate has done. He really meant business under the world record pace at the halfway stage right from the start, and his technique is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was on for it. He was in the pace at the turn, and he looked good down the second 50. But just as he came into the wall, he started to tie up a little bit, and his final stroke was a half stroke, and that's probably what cost him in the end.
He finishes there, yeah, just stretching for the wall. Just the timing was just slightly out. Cost him the world record, but he doesn't mind. The 4-time world champion Carlos Serrano Zarate from Colombia. Carlos Serrano Zarate retains his world title in 1:11.62. It's the first medal at these championships for South Africa. Christian Sadi in an African record time, and Mark Malyar takes the bronze for Israel. Well, dominant performance there from the Colombian. Australian team. They've got a few chances tonight, the Aussies.
Yeah, they seem to get into the week, don't they?
It's the SB7 Women's 100 breaststrokes. Katharina Rösler of Germany leads them out, the 20-year-old. Magdalena Duskova from Czech Republic. She's been a medalist on the European stage before. There's the first of the Mexicans, Natalie Gonzalez Guemes. Mira Jean Mack from Germany, a medal yesterday in the backstroke. Delighted to take that medal, the 18-year-old. The second of the Mexicans, Naomi Sumela Mandoya. Alice Tai, one of the most successful swimmers at the last World Championships in 2019. She goes in 9-3. Tess Rutliff from Canada on great form, a medalist, silver medalist in this event at the London World Championships. And Nikita Howarth from New Zealand is the fastest into this final. Fourth place at the Paralympic Games in this event in Tokyo last year. She has been a gold medalist in the individual medley event in Rio in 2016. Tess Rutliff, we spoke about her the other day, Liz. Silver medalist in the individual medley, a Canadian. An interesting one for Alice Tai, now competing in the SB7 event. She won 7 gold medals at the World Championships in 2019.
Well, typically this is the one event Alice Tai doesn't swim, but since she's recently had a leg amputation, then you go through classification. You have to swim all of the strokes and get observed, which is why she's in this 100 breaststroke. And it's her least favourite event, but Nikita Howarth there in the centre and Tess Rutliff, they're probably the favourites for this one.
It's going to be interesting. The first time we've seen Alice Tai after her amputation back in the major international competition, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes in this final. No heat for this one, so it is a straight final, and the 2 yellow lanes away very quickly. Nikita Howarth, the top of those 2 yellow lanes, and Tess Rutliff, the Canadian, who's been in great form. Alice Tai going well there. That white cap just in 3rd position as they stand up this first length.
Yeah, and it's a bit of an unknown for all of these athletes. Nikita Howarth of lane 4 for New Zealand. She had a bit of a career hiatus. She's been gone for a while. Tess Rutliff broke her back last year just before Tokyo, so she's been out. And then Alice Tai as well. We've talked about her surgery, but it is Rutliff 43.63 at the turn. She leads the way. Howarth will try to claw her back here down the second 50, but Tess Rutliff looking like she's done well, the training she's done in that break. But Howarth now really pushing. She drives from the legs. She's got double arm limb difference, so she is coming back all the time. But Tess Rutliff really wants this one.
Well, Tess Rutliff is holding on there, the Canadian. She has the edge over the New Zealander. They're coming into the last 6 or 7 meters now. It looks like it is going to go to the Canadian. It's going to be a great swim from Tess Rutliff. She's going to take the gold. She takes it in 1:31.91. It's silver to Nikita Howarth, and a bronze medal. Well, that is going to go to Mexico. It's going to go to Naomi Somelda Mandula from Mexico. 1:40.55, just eclipsing Duskova and Alice Tai in the closing stages. But what a good contest at the front there. Nikita Howarth tried to come back, but it's the Canadians who were celebrating there. Tess Rutliff, as you said, Liz, just over a year after her surgery for her broken back, she came back. She took a medal in the IM. She's taking gold here tonight in the breaststroke.
Yeah, it was an incredible swim. She's actually come back stronger than she's ever been. We saw her swim her best time in the 200-meter individual medley. She's done it again here in that 100 meters breaststroke. She's looking in the best shape she's ever been in, and she's enjoying her swimming. She's happy to be back. A lot of people say when you take that break, you realize what you missed, and it makes you enjoy it more, but also it makes you grateful for every opportunity you get to stand on that She didn't have it all her own way. Howarth pushed her really hard down that first 50 metres, and you can see the difference in the way that they touch the wall there and get around the wall. But then Tess Retief, like I said, she was hungry for that gold medal. She wanted to convert that silver from last time out the World Championships, and she's done it.
She just looks astonished at the performances she's putting in this week, doesn't she?
Yeah, and you can see both girls there at the end of that race. Howarth just as happy with her silver medal. And in the end, it was Naomi Simulera Ndujanu who finished really strongly as well over in lane 6 to take that bronze medal.
Tess Rutief.
What a fantastic race for Tess Rutief. A gold medal, first time she wins a gold at the Paralympics or the World Championships after finishing second in this event at the 2019 Worlds in London 3 years ago. She's now world champion. She was fourth at the Rio Paralympics. This is her second medal of these Worlds after winning silver in a 200 individual medley. And let's talk about this major injury that made her miss the Paralympics in Tokyo last summer. She's now, a year later, back on top of the podium. Une course formidable, une championne du monde pour le Canada. La première fois que Tess remporte une médaille d'or, autant aux Jeux paralympiques qu'aux championnats du monde. Et cette fois-ci, c'est une belle, magnifique médaille d'or, sa deuxième de ces championnats du monde après avoir remporté la médaille d'argent lors de la première journée aux 200 mètres 4 nages dans la catégorie SM7. Alors, c'est un record canadien également, a Canadian record for Tess, and I'm sure she is quite pleased and so proud of her performance. Let's go to the mix zone and have a oh, she's not ready in the mix zone, but an outstanding race again for this young athlete that trains in Montreal. I think she is now ready in the mix zone. We have Tess here with us. What a race. Congratulations to Tess, and let's see what she has to say about this gold medal at the World Championships.
Tess, it's just that. Congratulations, gold medal at the World Championship.
Thank you. I have no words. I am ecstatic. I'm just really happy.
How did it all come together like this today?
Honestly, we had a little bit of a rough start to the morning. I wasn't feeling great. Back was a little rough after the IM, and but honestly, like, we just came back with my coach and we said we're just gonna do this, and we just tried to do everything I could do to feel better, and it worked out pretty well.
Pretty well, I'll say that. You referenced the back, everyone talking about the serious back injury. How do you overcome something like that to be on the top level of the podium at this World Championship?
As I said earlier this week, I have about 100 people to thank, and honestly, like, I could not have done it without my support staff. They made my year.
Is it possible that you surprised yourself in an event like this?
Yeah, I think we knew I could come and have some good races, but I don't think we expected this.
Remarkable. A wonderful job.
Je peux un peu? Oui.
0.65 behind Yamaguchi, and it's Brutus de Oliveira of the blue hat of Brazil in third at the turn.
Well, Yamaguchi dominating this one from the front, but it's absolutely all to play for the silver and bronze medals position. Yamaguchi is just holding on. Brutus de Oliveira is coming back now with that blue cap of Brazil. Also Jake Michel coming back into contention now, but Yamaguchi is going to hold on here. It's going to be gold to Japan. It's silver to Australia, and it will be bronze to Brazil. It was a championship record again. He improved his time from the heat. Yamaguchi 104.46. He will take it, with Jake Michel coming through strongly for second position. It was a repeat of the Paralympic Games result last year in Tokyo, but this time it was Brutus de Oliveira getting on the podium for the bronze medal position. Madeira finishing in fourth, ahead of Nicholas Bennett in fifth and Scott Quinn in sixth position. But Yamaguchi led really from start to finish, Liz.
Yeah, Yamaguchi, he was the man to beat. He swam this morning, he looked so comfortable, so controlled, and he's backed that up again tonight. But what a battle behind him for the other medals. It really could have gone anywhere. It was tense, and at the end, all three medalists, big smiles, big nod. It was great to see Jake Michelle there of Australia, happy with his final swim. He wasn't happy after his heat, but he dug in. Madeira took him out there down that first 50 metres. He touched in second position, and then he really brought it home.
Yeah, it was a tight finish there. They were catching Yamaguchi in the closing stages, but the Paralympic champion, world record holder, held on, claimed another world title. It's a championship record.
Nick, tell us how the race went.
I think it went well, as decent as we could tonight. It's a little disappointing, of course, but you know, you deal with the punches you're given.
We talked before about progression at this event, and you want to continue building. Are you seeing some of that at least?
Yeah, of course it's a little bit slower than I wanted, but I think for the next couple days we can just keep moving on. I'm not worried at all.
Good stuff. Look forward to watching you in the next races. Nicholas, thank you.
Again, got some top performers taking the start in this 100 breaststroke final. Justine Maurier from Canada. They've had a good evening so far. The experienced Pernilla Lindberg, World Championship medalist in 2017. Poppy Maskell, what a swim she had for Great Britain yesterday in the backstroke to take silver. The world champion, her Great Britain teammate, is Louise Fiddis. She won that title in 2019 in London. 21-year-old Makika Serizawa swam a good heat swim this morning. Deborah Borges Carneiro, one of the Borges Carneiro twins for Brazil, goes in lane number 3. Paige Leonhardt, she swam a good heat swim this morning, second in the world rankings this year, behind this swimmer, Michelle Alonso Morales, who's really dominated this event over the last decade or so. She won her first world title in 2013. She also won in 2017. She's a triple Paralympic champion. But the reigning world champion is Louise Fiddis of Great Britain, who upset Michelle Alonso Morales in that London Games in 2019. Michelle Alonso Morales, world record holder, set that world record in the Tokyo Games last year. Incredibly quick, 1:12.02. Goes in lane number 4. She will be the favourite for this one. Paige Leonhardt, with that yellow cap of Australia, has been performing well, but well, those two will be the favourites, but the medals could go absolutely anywhere. Chances all across the pool.
Yeah, and the Spanish world record holder, Alonso Morales, always attacks the first 50 metres. She's got such speed, and she looks to turn first, and we can see her leading that spearhead at the moment. Paige Leonhardt of Australia swam very, very well this morning. She was in a different heat to Alonso Morales, so she had her own clear water, but now Alonso Morales, she does turn first, 33.94 for her. Leonhardt second, 35.47, and it is Carneiro of Brazil, 36.36 at the halfway stage, with world champion Louise Fiddis in 4th for Great Britain. But Alonso Morales, she's looking strong here, as are the 2 yellow hats either side of her.
Michelle Alonso Morales now coming into the last 10 metres. The 2 yellow caps chasing her. They are catching the Spaniard, but they're not going to have time to eclipse her. It is going to be gold to Spain. Michelle Alonso Morales wins the world title yet again, 1:15.13. Paige Leonhardt from Australia getting in for the 3rd spot. Well, the scoreboard not really playing at the moment. There's no time coming up for Deborah Borges Carneiro. I think she may well have claimed the bronze medal position. Louise Fiddis is saying that she's in the bronze medal position, but we shall wait and see if that is confirmed. No doubt about the winner though, Michelle Alonso Morales. She has dominated this event, and another world title for the Spanish swimmer.
Yeah, she attacked that first 50 meters, as we always know she will, and she held on and she looked strong at the end there. And Paige Leonhardt, a great swim for the Australian to get that silver medal. You can see these underwater shots, they're so impressive. You can see the underwater pull out, and it is Morales that she has such a good underwater pull out that she comes up, she always pops up last around that wall very, very quickly, and often the damage is done. We've seen her tie up previously, and there you can see in the closing stages, those pictures don't reflect what the scoreboard is currently staying in venue at the moment. They are just looking to rectify that, and it was Australia's second into the wall.
Oh, great celebration there, wow.
And again, Alonso Morales celebrates every time like it's her first victory. She loves this one. She is a specialist breaststroker, so she waits for this one, puts all that pressure on, and here come the results.
So a 7th position for Justine Moirier in the 100-meter breaststroke SB14, une 7e position, tout près de son record personnel. Et comme vous avez vu également, Nick Bennett a terminé 5e. On est allé rapidement parce que c'était des courses tout de suite après l'autre. Back-to-back races. Let's go to Justine and see what she has to say.
Justine, just out of the pool, almost the personal record there. How did this one go?
It was very great. I was preparing after 3 years. But I was missing the Tokyo, but I was so glad I was back after 3 years. But it's almost Canadian record, but I was so happy about that.
For our French listeners, en français?
Dans le fond, c'est que après 3 ans de pause à cause de la pandémie, je suis contente d'être de retour à la compétition. Ça fait dans le fond que c'est ma première finale au championnat du monde depuis 2015, depuis Glasgow. Enfin, je suis vraiment contente d'être de retour.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Alors, une belle course pour Justine qui termine 7e. Elle est heureuse après avoir manqué les Jeux paralympiques de Tokyo de pouvoir être de retour sur la scène internationale et avec une belle 7e position tout près de son record personnel. So she's quite happy to be back on the national team after missing out the Tokyo Paralympics and now getting close to her personal best time and a final 7th position at World Championship. And we will see Justine again later this week in other events. So we have about, more action at the pool, potentially a medal ceremony at this point. And Jordan Tucker will be our next Canadian in the 150 individual medley SM4 event in about 15 minutes.
The medals will be presented by the Regional Secretary of Education.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo seu secretário regional de Educação, Jorge Carvalho.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
José Ronaldo da Silva. Winner of the silver medal representing Italy.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Itália,
Francesco Bettella. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Ukraine.
O vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Ucrânia,
Anton Cole. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Ucrânia.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S2.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros costas masculinos, classe S2.
The medals will be presented by Senior Vice President of Global Sports Sponsorship City.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo vice-presidente sénior da Global Sports Sponsorship City,
Ian Kropp. Winner of the bronze medal representing Poland.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Polónia,
Jacek Czech. The winner of the silver medal representing Chile.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação do Chile,
Alberto Arbaza Diaz. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil.
vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Brasil,
Gabriel dos Santos Araújo. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters backstroke S2.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros costas femininos, classe S2.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Italy.
A vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Itália,
Angela Procida. Winner of the silver medal representing Mexico.
vencedora da medalha de prata em representação do México,
Fabiola Ramirez Martinez. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Singapore.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação de Singapura,
Pin Ju Yip. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Singapore.
por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Singapura.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The Israeli team there in the stand. So Hanok Budin there, who swam at the same time as me, now coaching with the Israeli team.
There's not many of those people left on poolside, is there, Paul?
There's a few.
It's true. We've seen quite a few former swimmers around in various roles, coaches, classifiers.
Yeah, it's good to see these people still involved, the former swimmers, sharing their experience with the youngsters.
Those match those trousers. Did you see that coordination? Pink mask, pink trousers.
You're the hair and clothes expert of this partnership. They just kind of go over my head sometimes. This gold medalist from yesterday, Boyachi, enjoying herself here in the crowd. Winner of the Turkish gold medal. So we move on to the 150 metres individual medley in the SM4 classification. Three Spanish swimmers in this final. This SM4 class. Manuel Martinez, European medalist in 2018. There's Nicolas Carlos Ricci from Argentina. Lyndon Longhorn, Great Britain swimmer, made his debut for the GB team in Tokyo last year. And there is Avi Torres, former world champion in this event way back in the inaugural World Championships in 1994. There is his Spanish teammate, another experienced campaigner, Miguel Luque, multi-medalist over the years in breaststroke event. Watch out for him when they come to the breaststroke. Breaststroke champion from 2 days ago from Italy, Efrem Morelli. He will be strong. Medalist in the breaststroke in the European Championships, Andreas Ernhofer, a great swim to qualify in second position. Got the Paralympic silver medalist from Israel, Ami Omer Dadon. He will be the favourite for this one in that centre lane. 2 gold medals to his name in the freestyle events in Tokyo last year to add to the silver that he won in this event. And Liz, if Dadon is anywhere near the front of the field as they come onto the freestyle, then the rest of the field are in trouble.
Yeah, we saw that was how he swam it this morning. Some really strong breaststrokers. There being one in your shot right now, Efrem Morelli. He went through the field this morning in the heats on the breaststroke leg, and Dadon will know that that's going to happen and he'll try and stick with it, but his freestyle really is very, very strong, the strongest in this field.
Miguel Luque making his way in from the side. Omer Dadon fastest into this final for Israel in lane number 4. Andreas Ernhofer from Austria trying to pick up their first medal of the championships in lane number 5. You can see the experienced Javi Torres. He was 3 times a champion in this event. This is the event that he made his own, winning the title in 94, 98 and 02. He did retire from the sport a few years back, but he came back for Tokyo and he's still going. The experienced Spaniard there, 2 from the top as we look at it. Good start in the centre lanes there. Dadon maybe just with that early lead with Ernhofer next to him in the yellow lanes, but Javi Torres going well in the early stages. Backstroke, he's really got to maximise the backstroke, the Spaniard.
Yeah, Javi Torres going very well, as is that white hat in the centre there, Omer Dadon. You can see the range of different strokes as Javi Torres with those short arms spinning over a very high of a kick to try and move him through the water. But it is the Israeli athlete with the early lead going very well as well towards the camera. It is Lyndon Longhorn of Great Britain and Miguel Luque of Spain.
Well, Dadon will lead them on the backstroke. Torres in second place, but here come the breaststrokers now. Watch out for Morelli, Ernhofer and Luque. There's Ernhofer, 1 lane down from Dadon. He will try and get on level terms and go past the Israeli. Efrem Morelli with that blue cap of Italy on the left hand side of your shot, and the black cap of Spain. The breaststrokers bringing themselves back into contention as we thought they would.
Yeah, and it is already Morelli is up on the shoulder of Dadon. He'll want to get ahead if he can, give himself the best chance to hold off the charge on the freestyle. And Luque also going very well. Breaststroke, his best stroke of this individual medley. And now all 3 of those athletes pretty much in a line, and it looks like it will be Efrem Morelli that gets the touch at the final turn as they move on to that freestyle.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to be enough for Morelli. He's only just about a second ahead of Dadon, with Luque just a second behind those 2. But the freestyler supreme is Omer Dadon of Israel. And immediately he goes past Efrem Morelli with that blue cap of Italy. It looks like it is going to be gold to Israel. Morelli holding on very well for the silver medal position. Luque still in 3rd place, but Ernhofer trying to challenge for that bronze medal position. But it is going to be gold to Israel now. The Paralympic silver medalist Omer Dadon is going to become the world champion. He has really stretched away here, and he will take it in 2:37.12. What a tussle for the silver and bronze medal position. 3 swimmers absolutely together. It might be Ernhofer who takes it. I think it is. It's the first medal of the championships for Andreas Ernhofer from Austria, and Miguel Luque in 3rd position for Spain. They just eclipsed Efrem Morelli in the closing stages, but Omer Dadon was supreme when they hit that freestyle.
Yeah, you can see there just how delighted Ernhofer is. He had a superb heat swim and he came through strongly on that freestyle, and now we just see finishing in the outside lanes. It was Richie of Argentina up in that lane 1, and then Martinez of Spain in lane 8. But Ernhofer absolutely ecstatic with that silver medal. Very little to choose between 2nd, 3rd and 4th place, but there is the champion, Omer Dadon. He had a better backstroke in the final here than he did in the heat this morning. This morning he relaxed down that first backstroke on a length and then worked the freestyle, but all the excitement continues.
It does indeed. We knew that the breaststrokers would come back on the early leaders. That was Javi Torres and Amiomer Dadon. But once they got onto the freestyle, Dadon had the edge there. He was just a second or so behind Efrem Morelli. Efrem Morelli put everything into that breaststroke, and it nearly paid off for the Italian. But the fast finishing two on the near side here, Ehrenhofer with those long arms, just getting the touch over Luque to win the silver medal, the Austrian's first medal of these championships. And Ehrenhofer, I'm sure that's a lifetime best for the Austrian, and what a time to do it. Amiomer Dadon is the world champion. He takes the men's 150 metres individual medley SM4 title. Andreas Ehrenhofer takes silver for Austria, and Miguel Luque takes the bronze for Spain. Wow, real celebrations for the Austrians there, Liz. That was excellent.
It was an Ehrenhofer, more of a breaststroker in the past, but actually his freestyle was what made the difference there. The breaststroker, he was matched. It was Morelli had the best breaststroke, but that freestyle finish from Ehrenhofer, a well-deserved silver for him.
Women's 150 metres individual medley for the SM4 classification. They are led out by the 20-year-old Canadian Jordan Tucker. There's Min Avcu from Turkey. Kat Swanepoel setting African records this week. The South African trying to follow up on their success earlier in the evening. Nelly Miranda Herrera was a world champion back in 2015 in this event. The Mexican Lydia Vera de la Cruz, silver medalist in the 100 freestyle at these championships, and the favourite Marta Fernandez Infante from Spain. She goes in lane number 4. Fernandez Infante topped the world rankings this year ahead of Vera de Cruz. Fernandez Infante, the only swimmer under the 3-minute mark this year. That time of 2:57.97, very much the favourite for this one. We've seen her really come to the fore last year, competing in the European Championships. Right here, she made her mark and took gold in the breaststroke event, silver in the butterfly, and bronze in the 50 freestyle at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. So a real all-rounder, Fernandez Infante. Goes in that centre lane. The yellow cap of Lydia Vera de Cruz is next to her, and a couple of lanes up from Fernandez Infante. There's a spare lane in lane 3, but Kat Swanepoel from South Africa, who qualified for her first Paralympic Games last year in the backstroke event. So the backstrokers coming to the fore at the early stages, but this, you would say, was Fernandez Infante's weakest stroke of the 3.
Yeah, she's an incredible breaststroker, so wait for her to get onto that. But Swanepoel there of South Africa making her move, like using it to her advantage to try and get ahead on the backstroke, but also going very well. It is that yellow hat of Vieira da Cruz of Brazil in lane 5. You can see her there just going under the flags to signify 5 metres to the wall, but it will be Swanepoel that turns first. 54.44 for her. Vieira da Cruz 1.36 seconds behind, and the experienced Miranda Herrera of Mexico turning in third at the first turn.
And Fernandez Infante some way behind here, but she is an incredible breaststroker. Watch her move through the field, or certainly closer to the swimmers ahead of her. But Kat Swanepoel is going really well, the South African, and she has a big lead as Fernandez Infante may well eclipse the other two that were ahead of her, Vera de Cruz and Miranda Herrera, the Mexican and the Brazilian. Fernandez Infante coming back, but the South African is holding on really well here. I mean, she qualified for the Paralympic Games in backstroke. She competed in this individual medley, didn't make the final, the South African, last year, but she is in pole position here as they're coming up to the end of this breaststroke.
Yes, Swanepoel in that green hat of South Africa, really giving herself a chance. We saw in the men's event anything can happen on that freestyle leg when everyone starts the charge, but Swanepoel will just manage to hold on to that first place as they turn on to the final leg of this 150 meter individual medley. She's just under 3 seconds ahead as Fernandez Infante of Spain in that center lane, marked out by the yellow lane ropes, now starts to come through, tries to chase down Swanepoel, who's had a commanding lead for the first 100 meters, and there we see now the two swimmers just level, and Fernandez Infante trying to, the angle is a bit deceiving, but she is just now moving past, and she will open up. She's got about a body length there over Swanepoel as we come into the final stages.
Well, Fernandez Infante has just about timed this perfectly. She is going to take the world title here. It's going to go to Spain. Marta Fernandez Infante will take it just on the 3-minute mark. What a good swim from Kat Swanepoel. 3:04.04, massive improvement on her entry time, and it's another medal for the experienced Mexican Nelly Miranda Herrera, who takes third place. But there's the world champion, a smile all over the face of Marta Fernandez Infante. She didn't panic, she was well behind on the backstroke, but came through the field on the breaststroke and just eclipsed the South African in the closing stages there on the freestyle. A couple of swimmers still finishing the distance. Emin Afçu from Turkey finishing now, and Jordan Tucker, the Canadian, down here in lane number 1. She still to complete the distance, the Canadian Jordan Tucker. Entry time of 3:50. The youngest in the field at 20 years of age. Coming into those red markers now. She finishes just over the 4-minute mark. But there's the champion, Liz. It's a well-timed swim, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing with these individual medley events. I sometimes think if you could choose the order that you swam the strokes in, that it would all work out very differently, but that isn't how this game works. So you've got to go with the backstroke, then the breaststroke, and then the freestyle. Obviously in the 200 meters individual medley, you just put the butterfly at the start of that.
So a 7th position for Jordan Tucker in the 150 meter medley SM4 category. This is a 4:06, 4 minutes 6 seconds for Jordan. It's her first world championship. She's actually competing and racing in 3 different events in this third day, in this final session on day 3. So the 150. She will go to the mix zone probably, go warm down, get ready for another race in about half an hour, the 50-meter butterfly S5. So a very busy afternoon for Jordan. And let's go to the mix zone and see what she has to say about her first race of 3, in this evening session. Alors, on voit Jordan qui est juste ici. Elle sera... Oh, elle passe rapidement, comme on avait prévu. D'ailleurs, on s'en doutait. She just went by, which we actually thought about a few moments ago. We were advised that she was available to do the mix zone, but it's a smart decision on our part. I would have actually done the same if I was her. She's competing in about half an hour again for a second time in this final session. The 50-meter butterfly will be her second race. And again, later in the program, in the relay 4x50 medley. So let's go back to the action at the Olympic Aquatic Center in the men's 50 free and S12. And Jordan Tucker will be back in action. She's the next Canadian at around about 21 minutes or so. Yeah, 25 minutes. There might be a slight delay, but she's the next one to come up. Alors, on se retrouve dans quelques instants. Allons aux 50 mètres libres, S12. Malheureusement, pas de Canadiens, mais allons voir l'action au Centre olympique aquatique à l'île de Madeira.
3 Ukrainians in 4, 5 and 6.
And they're all away pretty well, and it's the red hat of Ferdina in lane 6, their breaststroke specialist that got away best, and there's hardly anything to choose from the athletes in the middle. And in lane 3, Raman Salai is going well for Azerbaijan, but now the Ukrainians start to try and come through.
It does look like Yarmolenko might just take this one on the touch. It's very close indeed. It is Raman Salai gets it by 2/100ths of a second. Well, he's converted those 2 silvers on the first 2 days of competition into gold. And just ahead of Yarmolenko with Varaksa in the bronze medal position. These visually impaired swimmers, well, they won't necessarily know what the finishing position is, but that was mighty close there. And Raman Salai just held on as Yarmolenko came back on the Azerbaijani swimmer.
Yeah, Zalai gave himself the best chance there with the swim speed that he had in the first 2/3 of the race, because that's where he came through. It was Alexei Fedina that got off the block the best, but he ended up finishing 4th. Raman Salai went really strongly. Yarmolenko looked like he had caught him up there with about 10 meters to go, but as we know, on a 50-minute freestyle, that finish is oh so important, and those athletes all in a line here as we see them come into the wall.
Oh, Salai just stretched for the wall. Yarmolenko, they gave that little bit of an extra stroke. It didn't quite work out for the Ukrainian. 2/100ths of a second the difference between the two. Raman Salai from Azerbaijan takes the world title ahead of Ilya Yarmolenko, with Maxim Varaksa in the bronze medal position. Oh, you couldn't get much closer than that, Liz.
No, there's a lot of white water, a lot of splash there, and it was just Salai touched under the water. We've seen that a couple of times this week in the sprint events, the touch being oh so important.
The women come out for the 50 freestyle in the S12 classification. Ana Luz Peritero from Argentina leads them out. Another South African taking the start, the African record holder, Kornel Leach in lane number 1. Karina Petrakovachova from Slovakia. In her 6th World Championship, she goes in lane number 7. Alicia Berra looking relaxed, medalist on day 1 here in Madeira. Anna Stetsenko, 2 gold medals to her name in Tokyo last year at the Paralympic Games. Hannah Russell was the Paralympic champion in this event in Rio in 2016. Paralympic champion, world champion was Maria Gomez Santiago. And here she comes out in lane number 4 next to her teammate Lucien da Silva Souza, who's a world championship and Paralympic Games medalist in the relays. But Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago, world record set in Sao Paulo last year. 2 Brazilians in the 2 centre lanes. Hannah Russell from Great Britain may pose a threat from lane number 3.
Well, it is. Hannah Russell has the 2nd fastest time in the world this year, but Gomez Santiago is the athlete who's dipped under that 27-second mark a few times, and that yellow hat in the middle going very well for the 2nd Brazilian to Silva Souza, but Gomez Santiago with a commanding lead.
Gomez Santiago set that world record last year, almost a year ago. Is she going to challenge it here? Oh, just outside, but it's a championship record for the Brazilian. Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago takes it in 26.86. It's silver to Great Britain's Hannah Russell in 27.91. And Lucien da Silva Souza, the bronze medal position in 28.15. Excellent swim there from the Brazilian. She just swam away from the rest of the field in the closing stages, and only 14/100ths of a second outside her own world record time, but a championship record for Gomez Santiago.
Yeah, great swimming there once again from the Brazilian. She's got so much speed, but Hannah Russell of Great Britain, she really stepped it up there from the heats this morning. She knew both Brazilians would be quick out of the blocks, and one of the bonuses for these S12 athletes is they don't have the vision to see people around them, so they do have to swim their own race. And there you can see how close it was at the end. Hannah Russell stretched for the wall, and De Silva Souza took that extra stroke. But it was this lady, Gomez Santiago, that once again topped the podium.
Gomez Santiago having a great week here in Madeira. She takes another gold medal in a championship record time, 26.86. It's silver for Great Britain's Hannah Russell and bronze for Brazil's Lucilene da Silva Souza. Brazil team having a good night, Liz.
Yes, it seems that way. I'm going to get to my alternative medal table.
You have?
In a moment.
Presentations on their way for the men's 100 breaststroke SB7, the women's SB7 breaststroke, and the men and women in the SB14. Here are the men for the first presentation.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo vice-presidente sénior da Global Sports Sponsorship City.
Ian Kropp. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Israel.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação de Israel,
Mark Malya. Winner of the silver medal, representing South Africa.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da África do Sul,
Christian Seedy. Winner of the gold medal and world champion, representing Colombia.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Colômbia,
Carlos Serrano Zerate. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Colombia.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Colômbia.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters breaststroke SB7.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros bruços femininos classe SB7.
Winner of the bronze medal, representing Mexico.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do México,
Naomis Homogena Mantuano. Winner of the silver medal, representing New Zealand.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Nova Zelândia,
Nikita Howard. The winner of the gold medal and world champion, representing Canada,
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação do Canadá,
Tess Roadlift. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Canada.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Canadá.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters breaststroke SB14.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros bruços masculinos, classe SB14.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil,
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
João Brutos de Oliveira. Winner of the silver medal representing Australia,
vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
Jay Mikkel. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Japan,
vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Japão,
Nilhide Yamaguchi. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Japan.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Japão.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters breaststroke SB14.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros bruços femininos, classe SB14.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil,
O vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
Deborah Borges Cañero. The winner of the silver medal representing Australia.
A vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália.
Paige Leonhardt. And the winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Spain.
E a vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Espanha,
Michelle Alonso Morales. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Spain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Espanha.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
Welcome the athletes for the men's 50 meters butterfly S5 final.
Recebam os finalistas dos 50 metros mariposa masculinos, classe S5.
In lane 8, representing Colombia, Miguel Rincon Narvaez. In lane 1, representing Turkey, Koral Kutlu. In lane 7, representing Greece, Alexandros Stelianos Lergios. In lane 2, representing Brazil, Thiago de Oliveira Ferreira. In lane 6, representing the United States of America, Abbas Karimi. In lane 3, representing Kazakhstan, Sayazbek Daliev. In lane 5, representing Japan, Keiji Hinata. In lane 4, representing Brazil, Samuel da Silva de Oliveira.
breath of fresh air for this competition this week. It's the first time we've seen him. He's taken a gold and a silver already. Can he add another gold? He's going to be the favourite, Samuel da Silva de Oliveira. His cousin Tiago is also in this final. And the other 16-year-old, Kaede Hinata, has impressed us as well. But this swimmer has been a real find for Brazil, Liz.
Yes, he has, and like you said, his cousin there, up there in lane 2 as well, so he's got a role model within the family. But it's the youngster that's quicker.
We'll see how this final pans out. It's one length of the pool, the men's 50 butterfly S5.
Yeah, you can see that blue hat of Da Silva de Oliveira. Samuel, the younger of the two Brazilians, going strongly already, as he did in the heats. He knocked it off a bit in the heats, but he won't be doing that in the final because Kaede Hinata, the other 16-year-old from Japan, just one lane up from him, also going very well, as is the older Daliev of Kazakhstan, and the battle is on for that silver medal, but it is going to be Da Silva de Oliveira that takes it in a time of 33.23. Kaede Hinata of Japan getting a silver medal to go with the bronze medal that he got last night there, and third it was Daliev of Kazakhstan getting on the podium.
There's a Brazilian there celebrating in his now traditional fashion. We've seen him do that the last couple of days. It's another gold medal to this 16-year-old. He is absolutely blitzing this field. 33.23 for him. Another great swim there. His second place to Hinata. The two 16-year-olds this time on top of the podium. And in third place it was Daliev of Kazakhstan. All the swimmers, very similar impairments, swimming without arms. That very powerful butterfly kick there. And just a great start from Samuel da Silva de Oliveira.
Yeah, he gets a great reaction off the block, and that's what sets him up. That's what gives him that initial advantage, because actually Hinata of Japan also very, very strong in the second half of the race. That's where he opened up. That's where he won the silver medal, and I'm sure that these two athletes are going to have long careers ahead of racing each other.
Absolutely, the two 16-year-olds, they will go back and watch the footage from this World Championship, building towards the Paris Games, of course, in 2 years' time now. It's another gold medal for Da Silva de Oliveira in 33.23 for Brazil. 16-year-old Kaede Hinata getting the silver medal, and Daliev from Kazakhstan taking the bronze. Another impressive performance there from the young Brazilian. As we move on to the women's event, leading them out is Dunia Felices, the Peruvian. Competed in her home Pan American Games in 2019 in Lima. Soline Sash, great support from the French in the crowd here. Medalist in the breaststroke a couple of days ago here at these championships. 16-year-old Darlene Romero Sanchez from Colombia, making her way out to lane number 7. Jordan Tucker in lane number 2 for Canada, back in the water again. Giulia Guerretti from Italy with that blue cap. Gold medal in the breaststroke on day 1 of this competition. She's got a good record in this butterfly as well. Joana Maria da Silva from Brazil, a medalist in the 50 metres freestyle. Silver medalist in the 50 freestyle. Sibili Ozturk, World Championship bronze medalist in 2019. Hoping to go a couple of steps better on the podium, but she will have the Spanish swimmer to contend with. Marta Fernandez Infante. We've already seen her tonight take a gold medal in the individual medley. This is the women's 50 metres butterfly S5. But we do have two S4 swimmers swimming up a class. That's Jordan Tucker in lane 2 and Marta Fernandez Infante in lane 4. Fernandez Infante is the world record holder for the S4 classification. She Keep an eye out for that time, 40.22. That's the S5 world record holder, who's just marginally faster than the S4 mark held by the Spaniard. Hernandez Infante going from the water. Number of swimmers though going from the blocks.
Hernandez Infante, the only athlete starting in the water straight up and into her stroke, and it is the trademark start from Sevilla Ozturk of Turkey, using that underwater to try and forge her way ahead as the pack chase the yellow hat on the left of the Silva Neves of Brazil, but it is Hernandez Infante in that centre lane, the black hat of Spain, starting to pull through now, 15 metres below, as we can see her taking the lead and hitting the front.
It does look like it's going to be another gold medal to Marta Fernandez Infante. 2 gold medals in the night for the Spaniard. She will take it in a time of 41.91. The silver will go to Ozturk of Turkey in 44.38, and Joana Maria da Silva will take the bronze for Brazil, just behind in 45.06. Another good time from the Brazilian. Julia Gueretti just out of the medals in 4th position, but there is the Spaniard Marta Fernandez Infante. Another gold medal performance from her, a championship record again for the S4 classification. Big smile on the face of Sevilla Ozturk. Another silver medal for her. Great swimming there, and a delighted Joana Maria da Silva taking the bronze for Brazil. And that's an America's record for Joana Maria Silva. Her best time ever.
Well, she just keeps delivering it. These youngsters, they keep her on her toes and they bring out the best in her, and you can see how much it means to her to make another global podium. But Fernandez Infante had an extremely busy day. She swam twice already in this final second. She was in the relay as well this morning, and so she could still be in that relay tonight. So it might not be over yet for her.
It's 2 gold medals in a day for Marta Fernandez.
So, unfortunately, as we just saw on the scoreboard, Jordan Tucker was disqualified in this final of the women's S5 50-meter butterfly. It was, however, a Canadian record. She did broke the record this morning in the preliminaries, the qualification to qualify for this final. But unfortunately, something must have happened, a technical aspect, of course, and Jordan was disqualified. Maybe Team Canada will be protesting and she might be reinstated, but she was 6th overall in this 50-meter butterfly, or actually second event of this final session on day 3. Looking at what she's done in the 150 medley, I feel it was potentially part of her strategy to warm up to have a better final in the 50 fly, because she was outstanding in this final. Alors, une disqualification malheureusement pour Jordan Tucker aux 50 mètres papillon. Elle sera de retour un peu plus tard au relais 4 x 100 mètres mix et 4 nages individuels. Malheureusement, on n'a pas l'information plus précise. Elle était 6e avec un record canadien, donc un meilleur chronomètre. Cependant, on a vu sur le tableau indicateur qu'elle a été disqualifiée suite à sa performance. On a maintenant Jordan. We have Jordan with us. So let's go have a look in insight of how the race went with Jordan and Pete Wells.
Jordan, can you give us some insight on the DQ here in this race?
I don't really know what happened, but I guess my shoulder dropped, but we're trying to fight it, so.
Is it one of those things that sometimes it's like that, you just aren't completely sure and you have to kind of look back at the tape and figure things out?
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
But at this point, it was a Canadian record this morning and the times were very good, so that's great. You just wait and see now.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, we'll let you go and gather with the coaches, and good luck. It's a busy day for you with 3 races looking forward to tonight as well.
Me too. I'm looking forward to everything.
Okay, good luck with the appeal. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
So she still doesn't know what exactly happened on the disqualification, but I'm sure they're going to find out. So we will see again Jordan in about in about less than 2 hours in the 4x50 medley relay, 20 points. That will be your third race of the evening session on this day 3. Alors, on n'a pas encore les informations sur qu'est-ce qui s'est passé concernant la disqualification de Jordan au 50 mètres papillon avec une 6e position. Elle semblait malgré tout positive. Elle garde ses énergies pour le relais qui viendra un peu plus tard en soirée. On a environ 10 minutes avant la prochaine épreuve pour une Canadienne, bien sûr. Ça sera Danielle Kisser. Vous allez reconnaître Danielle, une vétérane, énormément d'expérience. Elle prendra part aux 200 mètres 4 nages individuels dans la catégorie SM6. So next swimmer up for Team Canada will be Danielle Kisser in a 200 individual medley SM6 in about 10 minutes. See you.
Got away well, but Taliesin Glock with that single arm stroke with the yellow hat there of Brazil will look to come through strongly on the backstroke, but going very well it is David Sanchez Sierra, that black hat of Spain closest to us. We can see him going well down this butterfly leg, as is Juan Jose Gutierrez Bermudez in lane 3, 1 lane up from Crispin. But it's Crispin that leads at the first 50, 31.83 from Sanchez Sierra, and Gutierrez Bermudez. Juan Jose is currently in 3rd position.
David Sanchez here going very well. Butterfly, one of the strengths for the Spanish swimmer down there in lane number 7. Nelson Crispin, though, stretching away from the field. Taliesin Glock trying to keep pace with the Colombians, coming through into 3rd position, challenging the Spaniard now. But Taliesin Glock, we know that he's likely to be strong in the closing stages of this one. Had a sensational swim in the Tokyo Games last year to take gold in the 400 freestyle. He's a good backstroker, the Brazilian. He's behind the Colombian at this stage. 1:15.55 for Nelson Crispin. And David Sanchez Sierra still very much in the mix there down in lane number 7 with Glock in 3rd place.
Yeah, and Crispin will look to extend his lead. His breaststroke is very, very impressive. Taliesin Glock there will look to hold on, go for damage limitation. Breaststroke probably his weakest leg of this medley, but having an absolutely brilliant swim in lane 7. It is Sanchez Sierra, as we can see from that head-on shot there. Now coming through the breaststroker, Benz Ivan, the breaststroke always does so much. Everybody's going for it, but here it will be Crispin that leads into the final 50 meters, which will be front crawl. And coming in now, Gutierrez Bermudez has had a storming breaststroke leg. Sanchez Sierra will try to hold on as Taliesin Glock will make his move once again.
Well, it is going to be Nelson Crispin, I think, who is going to try and take this gold medal. It's going to be very close to the world record. I'm not sure if he's going to be inside, but his freestyle has been absolutely sensational this week. Gutierrez Bermudez going really well, trying to hold off the challenge of Taliesin Glock. But here comes Nelson Crispin. He is going to claim the title. It's a championship record for the Colombian, 241.16. It is a silver medal to the Mexican. It's Juan Jose Gutierrez Bermudez. He will be delighted with that one, his first major medal for the Mexican. And Taliesin Glock will come back with a bronze medal for his first swim of the week. But it was real dominant performance there from Nelson Crispin to take that one. Taliesin Glock there, the bronze medalist. He's happy with that one. And Juan Jose Gutierrez Bermudez must be delighted with that time that he's posted.
Well, Sanchez Sierra there in your shot. The Spanish athlete with 3 superb 50s at the start of that race. He just got caught there towards the end, but he's nodding in approval as he sees his time on the board and a great fourth place finish in this World Championship final.
Yeah, the Paralympic champion, Nelson Crispin, was always going to be the favourite, always led out on the other two. It kind of changed around a little bit as the different strokes played through. There's a very good second half of the race for Juan Jose Gutierrez Bermudez, the Mexican, who came from 4th place at the halfway point right through into 2nd just to get the touch over Taliesin Glock there in the closing stages. But no doubt about the winner, Nelson Crispin. Another excellent swim from the Colombian. Nelson Crispin takes the gold in a championship record of 2:41.16. It's Juan Jose Gutierrez Bermudez taking the silver for Mexico, just ahead of Taliesin Glock from Brazil.
Well, add the Colombians to the list of your countries that are having a good night, Paul.
Absolutely, 2 gold medals there in quick succession for the Colombians. Women's 200 metres individual medley, SM6. Finalists led out by Tokyo Paralympian Danielle Kisser of Canada. The other side of the pool, Sofia Fedorenko of Ukraine. World Championship medalist back in 2017, Thelma Björk Bjornsdottir from Iceland. Also medalist at those 2017 World Championships. Vianney Trejo Delgadillo from Mexico. Evelyn Charas, watch out for her on the breaststroke element of this medley. The Hungarian, the 16-year-old, goes in lane number 6. Ireland, Nicole Turner, the European bronze medalist. Grace Harvey, she's having a good week here in Madeira. Silver medalist last year in Tokyo in the breaststroke in the SB5 class. But the world record holder, the Paralympic champion, the reigning world champion, is Maisie Summers-Newton of Great Britain. Set that world record in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. She's a championship record holder as well. Set that in the London World Championships in 2019. Two Great Britain swimmers in the centre lanes for this women's 200 metres individual medley SM6. Maisie Summers-Newton, the fastest in from the heats. Maisie Summers-Newton had a very good heat swim, Liz. The only swimmer under the 3-minute mark. Grace Harvey close behind, though. She's having a good week here in Madeira.
Yeah, Summers-Newton will be the pre-race favourite, but that lady in your shot there, Grace Harvey, in personal best swimming form, so she'll be looking to get as close to that 3-minute mark as she can.
Maisie Summers-Newton and Grace Harvey going from the blocks. Half the swimmers going from the blocks, half in the water in this SM6 classification.
Yeah, great reaction times there from Danielle Kisser of Canada, closest to us in lane 8, and Maisie Summers-Newton in lane 4 for Great Britain. But keep an eye out in these early stages for Ireland's Nicole Turner, 1 lane up there on the left of your screen of those white caps. She is a butterfly Paralympic silver medalist, but Grace Harvey on the right of the shot going very well. She's attacking this because she knows that those two other athletes in shot with her are great breaststroke swimmers, and they go they're upper classification compared to her, so she needs to try and get ahead of the advantage there. And her backstroke is very impressive as well. So Harvey will look to work the first half of the race. Nicole Turner there in your shot now. The backstroke probably the weakest leg for her, as we see Maisie Summers-Newton now starting to come level with the Irish athlete, but at the moment it's Grace Harvey at the front.
Much higher turnover for Maisie Summers-Newton and Nicole Turner there, and that's taken her ahead of the Irish athlete, but Grace Harvey is going to lead them as they come down to the halfway point. Second half of the race will favour Maisie Summers-Newton, but Grace Harvey has given herself a great chance here. She goes over at halfway in 1:24.52, some 3 seconds ahead of Maisie Summers-Newton. Great Britain 1 and 2 with 100 metres to go in this 200 metres individual medley SM6.
Yeah, and there you can see Grace Harvey, as mentioned, she is an SB5 athlete, whereas Maisie Summers-Newton is an SB6 athlete, as is Nicole Turner, just at the back of that shot there. So Harvey would expect Summers-Newton to make her move now and come up level with her, as is happening, as we can see here, and then it will be a fight down the freestyle leg, but the two Great Britain athletes looking very impressive here in this 200 metres individual medley.
Well, they're coming to the final turn now. Maisie Summers-Newton has a lead over Grace Harvey, her Great Britain teammate. Maisie Summers-Newton going over in 2:16.72, just half a second shy of world record pace for Maisie Summers-Newton, and she is heading for home. Grace Harvey in second position now. Nicole Turner from Ireland in third place, but there is no doubt about who is going to take this one. Maisie Summers-Newton, she is the reigning world champion, the reigning Paralympic champion, the world record holder, and she is stretching away now. She has 15 metres to go. It's going to be gold and silver for Great Britain. It's Maisie Summers-Newton against the clock now. She comes in to the closing stages now. Summers-Newton gets in 2:58.76, a clear victory for Maisie Summers-Newton. She retains her world title here in the SM6 classification. It's 1 and 2 for Great Britain, with Grace Harvey in second and Nicole Turner from Ireland in a clear third position.
Well, just coming in there in fourth position, it is Evelyn Shiraz of Hungary. But there you can see the gold and bronze medalists. Maisie Summers-Newton, Nicole Turner, they've raced each other many times, and all smiles for Grace Harvey as she improved once again on that heat time that she did this morning.
Yeah, Grace Harvey having a very good week here at these World Championships. Another medal for her. But Maisie Summers-Newton really controlled that. She was behind, but you know she's got a great second half of that medal. It's a great weapon for Maisie Summers-Newton, that breaststroke and the strong freestyle.
Oh, we talked about it earlier with Fernandez Infante in the 150 metres medley, and you don't get to choose what order you swim the strokes in, and Maisie Summers-Newton does benefit from her stronger half being the second half, so then you are chasing the pack, and it does spur you on to that little bit more. And once she hits the freestyle, very similar to the way that Ellie Simmons used to swim this event, she'd hang on in there down that first 100 and unleash on the second 100, and so often such a familiar sight there. We used to see Ellie Simmons come through, and now Maisie Summers-Newton has more than taken the baton for Great Britain to continue that very impressive tradition.
Well, she's only 19, Maisie Summers-Newton, but she seems like she has been around forever now. She is a real fixture in the Great Britain team, and she's a real fixture at the top of the medal podium in major championships. Maisie Summers-Newton retains her world title in the 200 metres individual medley SM6, ahead of her Great Britain teammate Grace Harvey, with Ireland's Nicole Turner in the bronze medal position.
A seventh position for Danielle Kisser in the 200 individual medley SM6. So it's a better ranking than the qualification for Danielle. It was her first race at the World Championships. I'm sure she will be happy and gaining that confidence back of racing at the international level. So a great race, and we will see again Danielle later at these World Championships. Alors c'est une bonne course pour Danielle, une 7e position. Elle était classée 8e, lors des rondes préliminaires. Alors elle a amélioré son classement. C'est un petit peu plus lent malheureusement que son record canadien et plus lent également que sa meilleure performance. Cependant, la revoir en finale dans les grands rendez-vous internationaux, je suis persuadé qu'elle sera satisfaite. On la retrouvera plus tard cette semaine avec plus d'épreuves. Let's go see what Danielle has to say about her performance in 7th position, a 200 individual medley SM6 at the World Championships.
4 seconds better than this morning.
Yeah.
Tell us about the race.
I forgot how much the 200 IM hurts. We took it out of my program the last few years, and so this year is the first time we brought it back. And I'm really, really happy with the progress that we've made, and I'm looking forward to next year because it's just going to keep getting better. And so it was really fun racing.
That's the way to do it. When you come to an event like this and improve and you feel that in your bones, that's a good achievement.
Oh yeah, it's incredible, and I love that I was able to have fun in that, and I love the girls that are racing in it. So it was just a lot of fun, and I'm happy to make an international final. So.
Isn't that good, that broad kind of feeling? I know that we talk a lot about the racing and everything else, but away from the pool, the whole package, being with the team, this is a pretty good experience.
Oh, absolutely. Like, swimming is an individual sport, but at the end of the day, you got to enjoy what you're doing, and you got to lean on your teammates. And it's just so helpful when you have a great group of people and a great country that's behind you. So it's just, I'm very happy with tonight.
Good attitude. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So she's happy, as you can see. She's back with that event in the program, and it's not an easy one. It's not a sprint. It's middle distance 200. It takes a lot of energy, create lots of acid lactic also. Alors, elle est contente, Danielle, de retrouver le 200 mètres 4 nages. Elle ne se souvenait plus malheureusement à quel point c'était hyper exigeant de faire un 200 mètres, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Alors, c'est beaucoup en demande à l'entraînement et on génère énormément d'acide lactique, contrairement à une épreuve de sprint. On la reverra plus tard cette semaine dans d'autres épreuves. Allons voir maintenant les cérémonies de médailles. Le prochain nageur sera deux Canadiens dans la finale du 400 mètres libre chez les hommes. Dans la catégorie S10, on aura Alec Elliott qui avait remporté le bronze sur cette distance lors des derniers championnats du monde et Jack Gill qui en est à ses premiers championnats du monde qui participera également à la finale. Alors, on a environ 30 minutes. So the next athlete, actually two Canadians in the next event that Canada is going to have athletes, swimmers, of course. It will be in about 25 minutes or so. It's the 400-meter freestyle S10 category. But for now, let's go to the medal ceremony.
The victory ceremony for the women's 150 meters individual medley SM4.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 150 metros estilos femininos classe SM4.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Mexico.
A vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do México,
Nelly Miranda Herrera. The winner of the silver medal representing South Africa.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da África do Sul,
Kat Swanepoel. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Spain.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Espanha,
Marta Fernandez Infante. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Spain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Espanha.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S12.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros livres masculinos, classe S12.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Ukraine.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia,
Maxim Veraksa. The winner of the silver medal representing Ukraine.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Ucrânia,
Ilya Yaramenko. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Azerbaijan.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Azerbaijão,
Rahman Saleh. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
Levantem-se, por favor, para o hino nacional do Azerbaijão.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters freestyle S12.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros livres femininos, classe S12.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
Lucilene da Silva Souza. Winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain.
vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Hannah Russell. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação do
Maria
Brasil,
Gomes Santiago. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
Well, the sun just going down over the Paralympic swimming pools complex here on the hillside in Madeira. It's ended up being quite a nice day today weather-wise. We've been mixed today, but the evening's been really nice. And it's been nice temperature here in the poolside. There's that picture on the wall of this Olympic swimming pools complex. Looking down onto the tourist hotels next to the port in this resort city of Funchal. Great location for these World Championships, Liz.
Yeah, this swimming pool's sat in the hill, isn't it, amongst the houses. You're tucked away, so that window provides a nice view, in inverted commas.
Yes, indeed. Event coming out now is the men's 100 butterfly S9 Igor Gregorovic. First of the two 19-year-olds in the outside lanes. Second one being Jacobo Garrido Brun of Spain. He goes in lane number 1. Simone Gioli from Italy, a medalist at the Paralympic Games in the relay for Italy, goes in lane number 7. The experienced Federico Morlacchi had an incredible tie for the gold medal in the World Championships in 2019 with his teammate Barry McClements in his first major final in this 100 metres butterfly event. Another swimmer with vast experience, Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz, medalist at the World Championships in 2017. And there is William Martin from Australia, the world record holder and the Paralympic champion, but fastest in from the heats, and he looked relaxed. Was the world champion from 2019. He tied with his teammate Morlacchi. It is Simone Barlam of Italy. Simone Barlam had a great championships in 2019, taking 5 gold medals. This is the first event we've seen him in at these championships. Martin, the Australian, the world record holder, Paralympic champion, goes in lane number 5. He holds the world record from those Tokyo Paralympic Games in a very fast 57.19. Barlam fastest in from the heats in 59.88, the only swimmer under the 1 minute mark. Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz, bronze medalist in the 2017 World Championships. Martin, 21-year-old, will be the favourite for this one. But Barlam, Liz, looked good in the heats.
Yeah, he looked controlled, and it will be the two athletes in the centre lanes that you'd expect to be fighting for that gold and silver. Will Martin is supremely fast. He's got the advantage. He's got the fastest time in the world this year, 58.86. Barlam swam his fastest time in the world this year, this morning, like 59.8. It's the fastest time that Barlam has been in any competition this year. But Martin is the clear pre-race favourite. But Simone Barlam won't want him to have it all his own way.
Martin with that yellow cap of Australia in lane number 5. One lane up from him will be the blue cap of Simone Barlam of Italy in lane number 4. Maria Alcaraz and McClements on either side of the big two in 3 and 6.
Well, it was a good reaction time from Australian William Martin, but the tall figure of Simone Barlam of Italy in that blue cap in lane 4 was the one who came up and out into the lead. You can see him there. He's got an advantage at the moment. He's attacked it down the first 50. He turns in 26.68. Will Martin a second behind him. Jose Maria Alcaraz of Spain currently leading the battle for the bronze medal.
And Simone Barlam has really gone out for this one with that blue cap of Italy. He is holding the lead over William Martin of Australia. The Australian really struggling to get back on terms with the Italian now. Coming into the final stages, the Australian is closing. Barlam is holding on, all on the touch. It goes to Simone Barlam, 58.29. It is a championship record for the Italian. 59.00 for Will Martin. Our Barlam can hardly believe it. He has beaten the world record holder. He's beaten the Paralympic champion. Martin shakes his head. He takes the silver medal. The bronze will go to Morlacchi of Italy. It is a double medal for Italy. But what a great swim for Simone Barlam.
Yeah, you can see there Will Martin looking at the scoreboard, trying to digest the information that he is seeing there. But sometimes going in as the pre-race favourite comes with its pressure. Simone Barlam was the underdog. That doesn't happen to him very often. And he went from it from the start. He led from start to finish. It was that 58.29 championship record is the fastest time in the world this year. So Will Martin can take some comfort from knowing that it took a world leading time to beat him into silver medal position. But these two Italians, they bring the best out of each other, and great to see Federico Morlacchi on the podium once again, picking up his second bronze medal of the week. And look at this shot now as he comes into finish. It was all on the touch, and once again, Jose Maria Alcaraz just missing out on a place on the podium.
Oh, what a swim from Simone Barlam. Simone Barlam retains the world title. He takes it in a championship record of 58.29. The Paralympic champion Will Martin from Australia in second position, and Federico Morlacchi makes it a second Italian on the podium. He takes bronze. Oh, what a result for the Italian team, Liz. That was amazing from Barlam. He really took that out. It was a second ahead. He paid for it slightly coming back in the second 50, but the lead was huge.
Yeah, and Barlam's got great 50-metre freestyle speed. Look at that. He's such a tall figure. He's got very, very long arms that's suited to that butterfly stroke that we saw him use down that first 50 metres. He almost wanted to, we talk about it a lot, but he wanted to break the field. He probably wanted to scare Will Martin off a bit there, and he did, I think. Like you see, Will Martin was not happy at the end of that race. Probably more with his time and the position, but a great silver medal for him anyway.
Yeah, Martin, very disappointed with that one, the Australian. He takes the silver. As we move to the women's 100 metres butterfly for the S9 classification. The young 13-year-old bronze medalist already at these championships in the medley, Anastasia Dimitrieva. Dani Jimenez from Argentina. She will go in the outside lane in lane number 1. Australian Emily Beecroft goes in lane number 7. Sarai Gascon, former world champion in this event in 2017, goes in lane number 2 for Spain. Paralympic Games silver medalist Lizzie Smith from the USA in lane number 6. Tony Shaw, world championship medalist last time out in 2019. She goes in 3 for Great Britain. Florian Bulcha from the Netherlands had a very good heat swim to qualify in second position behind the Paralympic champion Sofia Konkoli of Hungary, who qualified fastest in 108.41. Wow, this is one of these races, Liz, where it is absolutely wide open. Paralympic champion Konkoli in that centre lane will start as the favourite. She won the European title here last year as well. But the likes of Lizzie Smith, Tony Shaw and Sarai Gascon have all taken medals at the major championships before.
And they're all the way pretty evenly there off the block, and it is the white hat of Conkley that pops up for Hungary, but going very well, as she so often does, is Lizzie Smith of the USA in lane 6. She's taking it out, breathing to the side, breathing away from those centre lanes. Going well also, it is Bulcher of the Netherlands in that black cap on the right of your screen there. Very different strokes as the athletes come into the wall, but as expected, it's very tight, and it's Bulcher that leads by 0.1 of a second from Tony Shaw. Conkley 0.25 off the lead, which was 32.25 at the turn, and now everybody starts to close up. They are fighting for the wall.
Well, it was Conkley who came off from that wall a little bit better than the rest of the field. Tony Shaw with that white cap still in the mix. Florian Bulcher also right there. Emily Beecroft and Lizzie Smith, they are challenging for the medals. Conkley is going to come home in front though. It's going to be gold to Hungary. Sophia Conkley gets the title. It's silver to Australia. A great swim from Emily Beecroft, and Tony Shaw for Great Britain in the bronze medal position. Excellent swim from the 18-year-old Great Britain swimmer, but a really good second 50 from the Paralympic champion Sophia Conkley, and an excellent finish there from Emily Beecroft, the Australian. She'll be delighted to get into the medals from lane number 7, as will Tony Shaw. Another World Championship medal in this event for the Great Britain swimmer Tony Shaw.
Well, it lived up to the hype, didn't it? There was hardly anything to separate places 2 through to 5. But Conkley came through strongly. A great silver medal there for Emily Beecroft. It goes to show, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance. And the Australian there delivered.
Yeah, an excellent second 50 there from Emily Beecroft there. She was 4th at the turn, putting that through to 2nd. She looked really strong in the closing stages. Sophia Conkley touched the wall at the halfway point in 3rd, but really showed her strength there. And there you just see the touch of Beecroft at the bottom of your screen. And Tony Shaw just marginally ahead of Florian Bulcher and Lizzie Smith. As you said, Liz, everyone coming in together for places 2 to 5. Sophia Conkley takes the world title in this 100 butterfly S9 for Hungary. Emily Beecroft from Australia in the silver medal position, and Great Britain's Tony Shaw the bronze.
Please welcome our athletes for the women's 400 meters freestyle S10 final.
So, excellent race there in that 100 butterfly. The 200 butterflies have been great. We move on to the 400 freestyle for men in the S10 class. 2 teenagers in the outside lanes. Jack Gill from Canada in lane number 1, and the local favourite Thomas Cordeiro from Portugal, the 18-year-old, in lane number 7. Paralympic and World Championship finalist Justin Kaps from Germany was in lane 2. European bronze medalist last year Alan Ogorzalek from Poland in lane number 6. Alex Elliott from Canada, the World Championship bronze medalist, goes in lane number 3. Italian Stefano Raimondi, already with 3 medals to his name at these championships. He goes in lane number 5, but the favourite for this one will be the tall Dutch swimmer Bas Takken. Silver medalist at the last World Championships in 2019, silver medalist at the Paralympic Games. Bas Takken starts as favourite. Stefano Raimondi, the Italian, in lane number 5. Alex Elliott shown some good form. He was very good at the closing stages of the 200 medley earlier this week. World record and championship records held by Maxim Krypak of Ukraine. Bas Takken but very much as the favourite. He's the world leader this year, and he has been a medalist at the major championships. This is the event that he targets, Bas Takken. Monday is pretty much an all-rounder, and he's had a good championship so far. He's got medals in every event that he's swum, but it's a tough programme for the Italian.
Yeah, Raimondi always takes on a pretty tough programme. A number of these S10 athletes do historically, but it's him this week. He's carrying that weight of the extensive programme, and you can see that blue hat there of Italy that we've all become very familiar with over the first 3 days of competition here in Funchal, going very well down this first 100. Like you said, it is Bas Takken, who this is his event. He loves this one. This is his favourite event. So he will track Raimondi. He might let Raimondi do some of the work. Raimondi there turning first in a time of 58.72. For Takken, it's 59.6. And Alexander Elliott of Canada close by in 1 minute 0.55 over that first 100 metres. And already Takken has started to close up on Raimondi. Raimondi, from that angle, looks like he's got quite an extensive lead, but it's about 3/4 of a body length as we go into the turn. Raimondi over in 130.36, Takken 0.73 behind, and Alex Elliott turning there in 132.05. But Alan Ogozalek of Poland going very well. Also, he's in lane 6, and you can hear the horns of the Polish supporters.
Yeah, they've definitely been the loudest support for the teams here in this venue here in Funchal. That red cap of Alan Ogozalek trying to repeat the bronze medal position that he had in the European Championships last year. He's in 4th at the moment. Raimondi still leads at the halfway point, with Bas Takken not too far behind, and it's a little bit of a shock here to see Raimondi leading Bas Takken, but Takken still very much in contention here, still very much has Raimondi in his sights. And Alex Elliott, we saw him finish very strongly, as I said, in the 200 medley. So if he's in contention as they come to the closing stages of this one, then the Canadian might feel he has a chance as well. Top 4 going clear of the rest of the field. Stefano Raimondi, though, has got that clear lead, the Italian with that blue cap.
Yeah, Raimondi's got a really good turn. You can see he's pushing off the wall well. He's opening the gap back up, and then that's when Takken and Elliott and Ogozalek start then to reel him in through the length. So we can hear here, you can see Bas Takken trying to make a move, but at the moment Raimondi again just opens up a tiny bit of a lead. He's gone to his legs. That's the difference. The 3 athletes that were chasing him have been kicking for some time, whereas Raimondi was pretty much lolloping over with his strong arms with a 2-beat leg kick, where he's gone to his legs. Now he's kicking as hard as the rest, and you can see how hard Bas Takken is working to try and get back on level terms, but Raimondi is pulling away, and Alex Elliott is right there with Bas Takken.
Well, this is a shock. Raimondi now has opened up a 2-second lead. We know that Raimondi is a fantastic sprinter. We haven't seen him much over the 400 freestyle distance, but this is absolutely incredible for Raimondi. He is going to take this one. The strength of Bas Takken is going to bring him through into 2nd position. It looks like Elliott is going to get the bronze. Takken is not going to catch Raimondi, though. It's going to be gold to Italy. Stefano Raimondi takes another medal here at these championships, and he's delighted with that. He slaps the water onto the lane ropes. He takes another gold medal for the Italian team. Bas Takken, it'll be silver again for the Dutchman. It'll be bronze again for Alex Elliott of Canada. They repeat the positions that they had in 2019, but this time it's Stefano Raimondi of Italy who's on the top spot.
Yeah, we just got a shot there of local Thomas Cordeiro coming in for Portugal, and now we head to the top of the pool. Jack Gill, the 2nd Canadian in that one, finishing up there in a time of 4:48.25. But There's your man, there's your winner. Stefano Raimondi, he swam that with intent and took the rest of the field by surprise.
Yeah, Taken looks really disappointed with that one. He saw that as a great chance to claim a global title. Bas Taken of the Netherlands, but Raimondi really took it to the rest of the field. We haven't seen him much over this 400 freestyle. He did win a medal at the European Championships back in 2018, a bronze medal, but he often concentrates on the shorter distances, and it was almost that sprint speed at the end that took him away from the rest of the field. He was in contention, used his sprint speed and just swam away from the others.
And there was no indication of that because there was no heat in this event this morning. So it's understandable that Bas Taken is feeling a little surprised. And you can see that smack of the water there. That's the most we've seen Stefano Raimondi celebrate so far this week.
And no wonder he's celebrating. Stefano Raimondi takes the gold in the men's 400 freestyle in the S10 classification. Bas Taken the silver, and Alexander Elliott from Canada.
A bronze medal for Alec Elliott, a second medal at World Championship for Alec after winning bronze in that same event in 2019, 3 years ago. So Alec is in the mix zone. Let's have a look. I'm sure he's happy, and he's going to have. We want to watch the race of Aurélie Rivard in a few minutes. So let's have a look at what Alec has to say.
Alec, congratulations. Great swim. Man, that was a fun race to watch. What did it look like in the water to you?
It looked very tight until the last 300, maybe even 350, and then it was an all-out scramble to the finish. It was a lot of fun.
You were really, really there in that middle portion and anything could have happened. It was a real pleasure to watch.
Thank you. My goal was to be in control for the first 200 and then just try and bring it home ahead of everyone else. It seemed to have worked out really well. I was about 5 seconds faster than I thought I would be.
Back-to-back bronze medals for you at the World Championships. This is your space.
That is true. It's really exciting 3 years later to still be on the podium with a pretty similar time to what I went 3 years ago.
Quick comment en français.
Oui, c'était un excellent course. C'était vraiment le fun pour moi et j'espère qu'il y a un autre comme ça.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That world record. Going to have a work cut out today. Try and stick with the Paralympic champion, Aurélie Rivard of Canada. Bianca Papp in lane number 5. Just got the better of Jablonska at the European Championships last year and in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, taking the silver ahead of Jablonska's bronze.
And it's that black cap of Canada for Aurélie Rivard, who pops up and out into the lead in the early stages in lane 4. Those yellow lane lines marking out the 2 centre lanes. There's a very long way to go still, but Rivard looking comfortable down this first length.
Rivard over there in 30.75. She's good on the start, good on the turn. She has an arm impairment, so strong legs will favour her the start and the turns. Bianca Papp chasing her down, the Hungarian, who's had a great couple of years. We saw last year at the European Championships the Hungarians really come to the fore. They really picked up the pace that we'd seen from them in previous years. Bianca Papp, Sophia Konkoly, Fanny Illes, and they continued that good run right through to the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Bianca Papp having a great Paralympics, and it all kind of started here last year. That's when they first came to our attention, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've been on the team for a number of years, and they're an example of Hungary are an example of a country who've brought through some youngsters, really nurtured them, allowed them to develop on the global stage, and they reap the rewards of that investment in Tokyo last summer, but they were signalling the intent for the last season here in Funchal at those European Championships. And these three ladies, they're used to racing. Aurélie Rivard and Olivia Jablonska especially have had some real battles in the past, and Rivard's tried to break the field early, so that because in the past it's been Jablonska that just chipped away, but it's Bianca Papp of Hungary that is going with the Canadian at this stage. Rivard now just breathing towards Papp. They're turning almost together, just separated by 0.1 of a second. The tall figure of Rivard gets the advantage off the wall, off the turn, but then Papp up straight back into her stroke and almost level.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a cracking race, I think, Liz. It's building up. We're just gone past halfway. Rivard showing her strength here, but Bianca Papp sticking to the task here, the Hungarian. This is a good tussle. Rivard just opening up a very slight lead here. Oh, what happened there to Aurélie Rivard? And she has stopped. Maybe took some water on board. That is not good for the Canadian. Wow.
She's stopped again. She's on the lane rope. On freestyle, you can stop on the lane rope as long as you don't pull on it or walk on the floor.
Yeah.
But Bianca Papp won't have been distracted by that. She will have just carried on, swum off. Rivard decided to go back to the wall. We can see that shot there. But Bianca Papp coming in to the final 100 meters. She'll turn in a time of 3:23.76. She goes over, and now Jablonska, that moves her up into second position.
Yeah, and it's all to play for the bronze now that Rivard has stopped. The leading three seem to be well ahead of the others, but in terms of the battle for the bronze now, Lopez Moreno from Mexico, and it looks like the youngster, the 13-year-old Kasenga Hotz from Hungary, is trying to forge her way into that bronze medal position. Well, Bianca Papp looks like she's on her way for that gold medal. It looks like Jablonska is going to be in the silver medal position. There's the tussle for bronze as Bianca Papp now coming down to the closing stages of this one. She's got 25 meters to go. Bianca Papp, she must have seen what had happened to Aurélie Rivard. She didn't let it distract her. Bianca Papp now coming into the closing stages now. She is going to take this one ahead of Olivia Jablonska. It's going to be Bianca Papp of Hungary to take that world title in 4:35.40. Jablonska is second in 4:40.49. Where is the bronze medal going to go? Is it going to go to the young 13-year-old? Are we going to have two medals for Hungary in this 400 freestyle? I think it might be, Kasenga Hotz will take the bronze medal. What a performance from the youngster in 4:56.69.
Well, she's looking at the clock. Look, Bianca Papp is telling her that she's got a medal, because she probably won't have noticed that Aurélie Rivard stopped, because all that drama happened in the centre of the pool.
Well, yeah, it looks like Aurélie Rivard in some distress there, and I can only think she must have taken in some water, I think, at that turn. Yeah. I hope it's just that.
She did manage to walk herself to that medical corner, which is always a good sign. But we obviously hope that she is doing well.
She was going along really well, Aurélie Rivard, with that battle just shaping up with Bianca Papp. But there it was, that turn, just coming into the turn. And Aurélie Rivard, well, big shock there for the Canadian team. I hope she's okay. Sometimes it does happen. You don't often see it in freestyle. Sometimes in butterfly, people take on some water. I've seen that happen before, but maybe just choked. But yeah, that's not good for Aurélie Rivard. We just hope that she's fine. But Bianca Papp stuck to the task, you have to say. You just can't let these things distract you at all. She must have noticed Rivard had stopped there, and Papp coming in taking that gold medal for Hungary. Olivia Jablonska clear in second position. And what a result for the young Hungarian, 13 years of age.
Yes, she will have not been expecting that. And they do say, don't they, you've got to swim right through to the end, focus on your own race, and Potts there picking up a bronze medal in the process.
Well, gold to Hungary. And
so these are tough moments, of course, for Aurélie and Team Canada. She has the right support. Everyone is there as a staff for Swimming Canada, and of course the medical support at the Paraswimming World Championships in Madeira. We don't know exactly what happened. There's lots of different factors, and it shows how tough sport can be at some point. But knowing her strength, knowing who she is, I am 100% she will be back later, hopefully this week, but later in her career for another 400 freestyle. Alors, c'est des moments difficiles à voir, bien sûr, Aurélie dans ces conditions. C'est loin, certainement, on ne s'attendait pas à voir Aurélie, pas terminer son 400 mètres. Elle a arrêté, on a bien vu là, lors des images, aux 250 mètres. Il restait seulement 150 mètres à la course. Mais il y a multiples facteurs. Hein. On semble manque d'oxygène, de l'asthme. Peu importe, on ne peut pas spéculer, on n'a pas l'information. Mais on espère qu'on reverra certainement Aurélie dans les prochains jours ici à ces championnats du monde, ou on l'espère plus tard dans sa carrière. But for now, this is what we unfortunately non-finished for the 400 freestyle in Aurélie's event, and we will have another Canadian in about 20 minutes with Matthew Cabrera in the 100 breaststroke SB 11. Two more Canadian individual events in this day 3 final. And of course, we complete the day with the relay later on this evening. So now the medals, and we will be back later in about 20 minutes with our next Canadian up. À bientôt, on vous revient dans quelques instants.
Madeira, your medal winners. Madeira, os vossos medalhados. The victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters butterfly S5.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros mariposa femininos, classe S5.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
Joana da Silva Neves Eusebio. Winner of the silver medal representing Turkey.
medalha de prata em representação da Turquia,
Sevile Öztürk. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Spain,
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Espanha,
Marta Hernández Infante. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Spain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Espanha.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters individual medley SM6.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 200 metros estilos masculinos, classe SM6.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
Alison Glock. The winner of the silver medal representing Mexico.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação do México,
Juan José Gutiérrez Bermúdez. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Colombia.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Colômbia,
Nelson Crispin Corzo. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Colombia.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Colômbia.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 200 meters individual medley SM6.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 200 metros estilos femininos, classe SM6.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Ireland.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Irlanda,
Nicole Turner. winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Grace Harvey. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Great Britain.
vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Maisie Summers-Newton. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Reino Unido.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
So the sun just going down in Funchal, just the last remnants of it. We've missed it again tonight. Missed that sunshine again tonight, Liz.
Well, it comes up quite early, so if you get up early for breakfast, you will get to enjoy an hour or so before we get to the pool.
Yeah, I'll think about that for tomorrow.
Is that a no?
Still a few more finals for us to enjoy tonight.
I'll be returning to racing.
11 classification races to come up as well. The SB11, of course, swimmers with no vision at all. We like them, don't we, Liz? Lots can happen.
Yeah, they always throw up some exciting moments. You never quite know who's going to win, even if the heat swim doesn't always indicate who is going to take it. But there were no heats this morning for this one. So the athletes are coming in with their fastest times over the last couple of years as their entry times.
Yeah, these swimmers will be wearing blacked out goggles. The swimmer from Georgia leads them out, Mika Tavari, representative for the Georgian team at the Paralympic Games last year. Hugh Cabrera, the 20-year-old Canadian in the other outside lane. David Kratochvil, the young Czech swimmer, has been making big improvements this year, the 14-year-old. There's the Colombian, Lemos Rojas. Probably the main contenders in the four centre lanes. And Garis Matakis, the European champion from last year. Viktor Smirnov in his 6th World Championships. Great Ukrainian multi-medalist at Paralympic and World Championships. Two in the centre, Keiichi Kimura, the silver medalist at the Paralympic Games last year in his home country. Behind this man, Roger Dorsman of the Netherlands. Dorsman winning that gold medal was one of 3 gold medals that he won at those Paralympic Games last year in Tokyo. Made a good start to his campaign here in Madeira as well, winning the gold in the 50 freestyle, taking a silver medal in the butterfly behind Kimura. So they will go in the 2 centre lanes. Dorsman in lane number 4, Kimura in lane number 5. World record stands at 110.08, held by young Bozum, set in the Rio Paralympic Games. in 2016. Kimura has won the world title twice in previous years, in 2013 and 2015. He'd be looking to make it a treble. The Japanese swimmer in lane 5.
Well, you can see there the athletes in those two centre lanes. Not much to choose between them. They've gone for the same lane rope, so they will be swimming. They will be able to sense each other. And as you can see, Dorsman moved across, because when you're against the same lane rope with breaststroke, you have a very wide kick, and there's the risk that you'll get tangled up. So Dorsman has made that tactical move across to the other side of the lane, and now we see as they approach that tee, the tapping sticks ready to hit the athletes to let them know that they are at the wall. And it is Dorsman who gets around that turn and off most successfully, but now comes the charge of Kichi Kimura.
Well, Dorsman looking very good off that turn. I don't know if Kimura is going to have enough to pull back the deficit against the Dutchman, because Roger Dorsman is looking supreme here, the Paralympic champion. Kimura coming under threat now by Edgaras Matakis from Lithuania. One lane down from him, but it is going to be Dorsman who's going to take this one. It's going to be a very good time for Dorsman, 1:11.38. He takes another title here in Funchal. Kimura takes the silver medal, and Matakis will take the bronze, just ahead of Lemus Rojas from Colombia. But a great swim from Roger Dorsman. It was very close when they went over at the halfway point, but an excellent turn from the Dutchman, and it took him away on that second 50, and he never really was troubled after that.
Yeah, strong swimming there from Roger Dorsman. He's a man in great form at these World Championships. You can see Matakis there worked very hard for that bronze medal. The Lithuanian athlete is very unique in the way that he is able to swim down the centre of the lane. He's worked really hard at that, and that's great for breaststroke, because with that wide leg kick, you do run the risk of getting your foot tangled either in the lane rope, which is very, very painful, or with the next person. But of course, these results will not be confirmed until all of the goggles have been checked. Make sure that there's no scratches in them, no light able to get through. That's what you're looking at now. This is what you can see, and then, and only then, when all the officials are happy with the goggles that they've seen, will those results be confirmed.
There's a tap on the back of Keiichi Kimura at that turn. It was a pretty good turn. He didn't get off the wall as well as Roger.
Matthew, congratulations. Tell us about the race tonight.
It was a pretty good race. It was my close to my PB. Breaststroke's been a funny one for us. We've just kind of recently started training on it more. So there's some changes we made on that stroke tonight that felt good, but aren't quite at the speed yet. So I'm really happy with how the race actually felt. Turn was really nice. Underwaters felt good. So now it's just pulling it all together into the race itself.
Tell us about making a stroke change at an event like this. When does that decision take place? Seems like a big decision.
Yeah, so the big decision for us was the kick. We put a little more power into the end of the kick, the kind of spin around part. For us, that was not a hard change to make, but a hard one to integrate into the stroke. And tonight, we were just kind of feeling out that stroke change, felt really good. Doing it tonight in the race, it felt solid. For the first 50, I felt really good. So now just kind of getting over that length. Yeah, it's a hard decision to make, but it's one that definitely improves the stroke in the end.
People at home might not understand that you're able to make these kind of fundamental changes on the fly. You're like an F1 car or something. Race to race, things are possible that way.
Definitely. This change we made for the kick was only about a week ago, and we were able to kind of put it into practice tonight in the race and get within 2 seconds of my PB, which is one done a couple months ago, so it's definitely close to where we are. But definitely, yeah, it's been a worthwhile change.
This is promising. Good stuff. We look forward to seeing you in the next race, see how things progress.
Thank you.
So Matthew is quite pleased with his race. He will be back again later this week in more events such as the 100-meter butterfly, the 200 individual medley. But for now, we have more races at the Olympic Aquatic Center in Madeira. No Canadians, however, for the next 30 minutes or so, and it will be Philippe Vachon in the 100-meter butterfly S8. Alors, Mathieu Cabrera qui est satisfait avec sa 7e position, juste un petit peu à l'extérieur de son record canadien, son record personnel. Et le prochain Canadien, on retourne dans la piscine bien sûr, mais le prochain Canadien sera de retour dans la piscine. C'est notre dernière épreuve individuelle avec Philippe Vachon au 100 mètres papillon dans la catégorie S8. Et ne pas oublier également, dans environ 30 minutes, la dernière épreuve de cette séance, 3e journée, le relais 4x100 mètres, le 4x50 mètres, relais mix 20 points. So about half an hour, more action, of course. We'll go back at the Olympic Aquatic Center in Madeira, but the next Canadian, Philippe Vachon, in about 30 minutes.
The two producers, and she's got a body length and a half lead, and she's pulling away from the field. One lane up from her. Nadia Beers is going very well for Argentina, as is Jana Berezna on the right-hand side of her underdo. But there you can see a little bounce off the lane rope. A lot of the SB11 athletes have to deal with that, but now she'll get that tap. She'll be relieved to get to that touch on the wall, reset herself, turning in a time of 37.33, almost 3 seconds ahead of Baez of Argentina.
Yeah, Pellandrito just, as you said, Liz, just clattered into that lane rope as she went down to the closing stages of that first 50. She has sorted herself out now, maybe veering slightly towards the right, but she has a clear lead now. Baez going well in lane number 3. It's a real tussle for the bronze medal position between Berezna and Rabellini, but here comes Pellandrito now. She's clearly ahead of the rest of the field into the red zone now, and it is going to be go for Cyprus in a championship record for Carolina Pellandrito. She will take that one ahead of Nadia Baez, who will be delighted with that swim, and Jana Berezna from Ukraine getting into the bronze medal position just ahead of Martina Rabellini. That looked like a tough swim for Pellandrito there. A championship record though, 121.01. Just over a second inside the old mark.
Yeah, she's a very powerful athlete, and so she always feels the pain at the end. But there we see Baez in silver medal position for Argentina, and we've got a glimpse there of Jana Berezna of the Ukraine. You've heard us talk about these athletes being required to wear blacked out goggles. You might have noticed that Berezna doesn't wear any goggles, and that is the only exemption to wearing blacked out goggles in this category is if you have prosthetic eyes. So Berezna not needing to wear those blacked out goggles there. Everyone else will have them checked now. You can see the turn from Pellandrito was very good. She did clatter into that lane rope, but then once she reset herself, she had a better second 50. Pellandrito, interestingly, when she was in the other categories, she used to prefer to swim without goggles, but now as an SB11, that is not an option for her.
Clear victory there. Nadia Baez will be delighted with that one, an America's record for the Argentinian. She missed the World Championships 2017 because she had a son in 2017. I'm sure her family will be watching back home in Argentina. Great result for her, great result for Cyprus. I think Jana Berezna will be pleased to get on the medal podium as well. That close contest with Martina Rabellini of Italy. Berezna just winning that by just over a second. And that was hard work for Pellandrito, wasn't it? Carolina Pellandrito takes the 100 breaststroke SB11 title and a new championship record of 121.01. Nadia Baez from Argentina takes the silver in a new America's record, and the bronze goes to Ukraine's Jana Berezna. men's 100 freestyle in the S13 classification. Again, it's a classification for swimmers with a visual impairment. This time, swimmers have partial vision. They're led out by the breaststroke champion Tasso Engel of Germany. He's followed by the butterfly champion Alexei Verchenko. Going in lane 1 for Ukraine, Alex Portal from France, well supported by his teammates here on full side. The Spanish swimmer is Ivan Salguero Oteiza. Going in lane 2, Krilo Garashenko, World Championship bronze medalist in 2019. He's followed out by Thomas van Rooij in great form this week, taking a medal in the breaststroke earlier this week. And it's the two Uzbek swimmers in the centre lane, Musavar Tursunkayev and Islam Aslanov. Aslanov, the silver medalist at the World Championships in 2019. Oh, the Uzbek swimmers, real chance of topping the medal table. Just checking the results, in Uzbekistan have only ever won one gold medal at World Championships before. Rashok Sanamon Toshpolatova back in 2019. Chance for the second Uzbek gold medal ever for one of these swimmers in 4 and 5. Not going to have it all their own way though. Aslanov goes in 4, Tursunkayev in 5, Van Rooij, the Dutch swimmer in 3, and Garashenko is a class act in 6.
And it was Aslanov that popped up last, but he popped up in the lead. That black hat there that you can see. Not much to separate from these athletes at all, as we see them all coming down the pool with that overhead shot. And as we look to the touchpad, the time bar, as they turn, and it will be Aslanov that leads 25.07 from Virchenko, and Tasso Engel from lane 8 in 3rd position at the halfway point.
Yes, lane 1 and lane 8 in 2nd and 3rd position at the halfway point. But the two Uzbek swimmers there, Aslanov just heading to Sunkayev. Here comes Garashenko back with this white cap. It is a blanket finish now. Portal going well for France as well. It might well be Garashenko to take it. He does take it. 53.29, 4/100ths of a second ahead of Tursunkayev. And what a swim from Alex Portal of France to get in for the bronze medal position. But it was a real charge for Garashenko. 7th position at the turn and 1st place at the finish.
Well, Garashenko, we can see Alex Portal there. I'm not sure if he knows quite what's going on, but Garashenko in the heats this morning, he finished very strongly. It was just on the wrong end of the touch, but he didn't hold back tonight. And you can see the French celebrating what they will consider to be a surprise medal in this S13 100 meters freestyle. Great swimming there from Alex Portal. And it is Garashenko there blowing kisses to the camera. Great win. Great win for Ukraine.
Oh, what a finish that was. 5/100ths of a second between the top 3 places. That white cap of Garashenko just coming through at the end and taking Alex Portal with him, really. Those bottom lanes. It was the outside lanes. It featured first Tasso Engel and Verchenko just challenging Aslanov in the early stages at that turn, and danger all over the pool. It was almost a blanket finish as they came into the finish.
Yeah, because with a few strokes to go, Thomas van Rooij looked like he was in with a chance of a medal too. And it just all came down. I wouldn't have liked to call that. I'm glad we get electronic timing.
There is Garashenko. Great win for the Ukrainian. Really strong in the second half of that race. Krilo Garashenko takes the win in the men's 100 freestyle S13. 4/100ths of a second ahead of Musavar Tursunkayev, who was only 1/100th ahead of France's Alex Portal, who takes the bronze.
Please welcome the athletes for the women's 100 meters freestyle S13 final.
Recebam as nadadoras para a final dos 100 metros livres femininos classe S13.
Let's see if the women can give us another exciting finish. Alani Ferreira from South Africa. They're having a good night in the pool. She's been setting African records regularly this week. Aria Polo Lopez from Spain goes in lane number 6. There's Gia Pergolini, the Paralympic champion in backstroke, going in lane number 3. Ayano Tsujutsi, medalist in the Asian Games back in 2018, and the favourite, very much the favourite, is Carlotta Gili of Italy. Carlotta Gili, the world champion twice over. She won in 2017 and 2019, where she set the championship record. World record stands from 2018, set in Rome. Very fast, 57.34. Gili, seen her swim, take the gold medal in the 100 butterfly earlier this week ahead of Pergolini. They're coming up against each other again. They go blue cap in the middle of those 5 swimmers, and Pergolini with the best start there, the black cap of the USA. Great start from Pergolini.
Yeah, we saw that in her events earlier in the week, using that great leg kick that she has there, and she's given herself a great time. She's attacked this down the first 50 metres. She's a full body length clear of the rest of the field. It will be Pergolini of the USA that turns first in time of 28.44.
Well, Pergolini now with Jasucci in second place. Gili struggling to get on terms here. Pergolini might just cause a shock here. Gili's got a long way to come back here, and it is actually the Japanese swimmer Tsujutsi who is posing the most threat to the American. It's Pergolini just about holding on, just about holding the lead over Tsujutsi. It could be gold to the USA. Pergolini will take it just over the 1 minute mark. It's silver to Japan, and it's bronze to Carlotta Gili of Italy. Well, Pergolini, she just shows that look of astonishment on her face. She has done it. 1 minute, 0.10. Tsujutsi swam a great swim there to finish in second. And Gili, well, to be honest, she was never in the race list.
No, she wasn't. Pergolini, sometimes you've just got to go in with your race plan, attack it, and hope. And pretty much at the end, that's what Pergolini was doing. She'd gone for it. She'd done all that she could. She'd set herself up, and then you're almost waiting for the rest of the field to come back at you. But to her delight, they didn't. And Pergolini take a brilliant gold medal there. She should be really proud of the way she attacked that race.
Oh, she certainly attacked it. Pergolini 28.44 for the first 50. Gili will be disappointed with that. Pergolini delighted with that swim. And Tsujutsi, what a swim that was. 1 minute, 0.53 for the Japanese swimmer. Great improvement on her best time of the year. But Pergolini was away right from the start. Fantastic start for the American.
Yeah, she was 1.5 seconds up on Carlotta Gili, the world record holder, at the halfway point. And Gili's not used to being in that position, and she probably found herself a bit shocked. But take nothing away from Pergolini there. Look at the surprise. She actually doesn't really know.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't really know. She should celebrate.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, we're sure. Look, there they are. The results are in.
Gia Pergolini is the world champion for the USA. 1 minute, 0.10 ahead of Ayano Tsujutsi, with Carlotta Gili in the bronze medal position. African record again for Alani Ferreira. And we move on to another set of medal presentations. This was a good race, wasn't it, Liz? The men's 100 butterfly S9. We'll leave you for the moment with the medal winners.
The medals will be presented by Head of World Para Swimming.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo gerente da World Para Swimming,
Craig Nicholson. The winner of the bronze medal representing Italy,
O vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Itália,
Federico Morlacchi. Winner of the silver medal representing Australia,
vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
William Martin. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Italy,
vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo representando a Itália,
Simone Barlam. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Itália.
Madeira, your medal winner!
Madeira, os vossos medalhados!
The victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters butterfly S9.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros mariposa femininos classe S9.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Great Britain,
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Tony Shaw. The winner of the silver medal representing Australia,
vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
Emily Beecroft. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Hungary,
vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Hungria,
Zofia Konkoy. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Hungary.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Hungria.
the victory ceremony for the men's 400 meter freestyle S10.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 400 metros livres masculinos, classe S10.
Winner of the bronze medal, representing Canada.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação do Canadá,
Alexander Elliott. Winner of the silver medal, representing the Netherlands.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação dos Países Baixos,
Bas Taken. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Italy.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Itália,
Stefano Raimondi. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Itália.
Madeira, your medal winners!
Madeira, os vossos medalhados!
Winner of the bronze medal, representing Hungary. Victory ceremony for the women's 400 meter freestyle S10.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 400 metros livres femininos, classe S10.
Winner of the bronze medal, representing Hungary.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Hungria,
Sesenge Hutz. The winner of the silver medal, representing Poland.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Polónia,
Olivia Jablonska. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Hungary.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Hungria,
Bianca Papp. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Hungary.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Hungria.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhas.
Hungarians celebrating in the crowd there. 2 medals in that 400 freestyle for the S10. Haven't heard anything about Aurelie Rivard, who stopped in that race. So kind of thinking no news is good news, Liz. You've been trying to find out.
Most definitely. I'm sure we will get an update. I'm not sure if it will come by the end of the race in action, maybe by the end of the medals.
Yeah, the young Hungarian certainly took the most of her opportunity. A great swim by the 13-year-old to get onto the medal podium there. As the French supporters, they've had a good night. They've been in good voice, the French supporters here. The Italians have kind of come onto their game late in the session. Brazil had a good start to the action as well. We've still got a couple of individual events to go, and then the relays as well to finish off the session tonight. This next one's going to be an interesting one, Liz, because we have got a big hope for a host nation medal here.
Yeah, expect some noise within the stadium. We've heard the Polish making a lot of noise, but also every time there is a Portuguese athlete, we do get those additional cheers, as would be expected.
Leading them out is the first of the 2 Spanish athletes in this one, Carlos Martinez Fernandez. Philip Vachon from Canada goes in the other outside lane. Commonwealth Games swimmer for the Canadian team. Sergio Salvador Matos Mingre, the second of the Spanish swimmers, goes in lane number 7. Brazilian swimmer Gabriel Cristiano Silva de Souza. Very close in terms of qualification. Alberto Amadeo, the winner of the 400 freestyle on day 1 of this World Championships, back in lane number 6. Luis Armando Andrade Guillain, World Championship bronze medalist in 2017. Here is the local favourite, 19-year-old Diogo Cancela. And he will be next to the Paralympic champion Robert Griswold of the USA. Griswold swam a comfortable heat, finishing in 103.13. Griswold in lane number 4, Diogo Cancela in lane number 5, second fastest time from the qualification heats. His entry time, Liz, was 105.69. He improved that to 104.30 in the heats. He might have to have another improvement in the final if he's going to get into medal contention here. The young Portuguese swimmer in lane number 5. Griswold been helped up onto the block by his coach. There's the Mexican in lane number 3. Portuguese swimmer will be at the bottom of those 2 yellow mark lanes.
And he was the last person to pop up. Diogo Cancela of Portugal in lane 5, but going strongly. It is that black hat of the United States of America for Paralympic champion Robert Griswold. He's in great shape here this week, and he's leading out the field. Close battle behind him, but it will be Griswold touch first at the turn. It's on a 27.99. Andrade Guillain of Mexico is in second position at the moment, with Alberto Amadeo of Italy currently in third position. The gold cap at the top of the screen for Silva de Souza of Brazil, also going very well. There you can see the Mexican Andrade Guillain trying to take his opportunity.
As they're coming down now to the closing stages now, it looks like Griswold is just about going to hold on. It might be Amadeo for the silver medal position. It's going to go to the USA. Griswold takes it. Amadeo in second position. In third place, it is Andrade Gulen from Mexico. And it's fourth place to the host nation. Diogo Cancela touches in fourth in 105.14. They will just miss out as it stands. The Italians celebrate there. Amadeo takes it. And it is Andrade Gulen, another World Championship medal for him. He's delighted. Griswold's delighted to be on top of the medal podium again. Great swim from the USA swimmer there to take that one.
Yeah, Griswold is really fired up for that one. You can see how much that victory means to him. 102.43, an incredible time. This morning, after the heats of this event, there were a number of disqualifications. We had to wait a while for all of the results to be confirmed. So we'll just hold fire while we enjoy these replays and we wait for the official results to come in. So there you can see the no doubt there of the victor, Robert Griswold, dipping under that 103. Not even dipping, he was well under. He improved his time from this morning by 0.6 of a second.
Well, we do have the result here. Oh goodness, another 2 disqualifications here. Griswold confirmed as the champion. Amadeo in second position, and it's Brazilian Silva de Souza given the bronze medal position.
Fifth position for Philippe Vachon in the 100-meter butterfly S8. This was our last individual race for day 3 at the World Paraswimming Championships in Madeira. Alors, une 5e position pour Philippe Vachon en 1 minute 8-13 centièmes. Un petit peu plus lent que son meilleur chronomètre qu'il avait établi en 2017, qui est également le record canadien. Ceci conclut les épreuves individuelles pour le Canada à cette 3e journée des championnats du monde de paranatation. Nous aurons le relais 4x50 mètres mix, 20 points, et les membres du relais seront dans quelques instants Shelby Newkirk, qui est championne du monde en titre sur 100 mètres d'eau à ces championnats du monde, Jacob Brayshaw, Felix Cohen et Jordan Tucker. Alors, c'est un relais mix, 4x50 mètres, 4 nages à relais. Alors, c'est exactement le même relais qu'hier. Par contre, c'est le 4 nages cette fois-ci. So, this is our last individual race for Canada this evening. There's one more individual race, the 100-meter butterfly women's S8. No Canadian in that race. And following right after this last individual race of day 3 at the World Paraswimming Championships, we will have the final event, which is the 4x50 mixed medley relay. And 4 Canadians, of course, will be part of that mixed relay. It will start with Shelby Newkirk in backstroke. We'll go to breaststroke with Jacob Brayshaw. Go to butterfly with Felix Cohen. And freestyle will be Jordan Tucker. Day 3 of 7, the championship will go until Saturday, and we had 2 more medals so far this evening. Start off with world champion Tess Rutloff in the 100-meter breaststroke, SB7, and Alec Illiott, a bronze in the 400-meter freestyle, S10. Philippe Vachon will come in the mix zone and say a few words about his 5th position. It's his 5th position in the 100-meter butterfly S8. Alors, on attend dans quelques instants Philippe Vachon qui se joindra à la zone mix pour parler de ses commentaires. On le voit arriver à l'instant. Alors, so let's go see what Philip has to say regarding his 100-meter butterfly, and we will be back for the relay right after.
Just out of the pool. Tell us how it went tonight.
Sorry I didn't catch you. With your mouth is scary, it's hard to hear.
How did it go tonight?
Good. Better than this morning, so and it's been a while since I practiced. Like, especially for my situation, like I haven't been able to practice my butterfly. So to be close to my personal best time, I cannot ask for something better for tonight. So I'm really glad.
And en français.
D'accord. Ouais, je suis vraiment content de de ma performance d'asseoir, étant donné que c'est vraiment mieux qu'un matin. En même temps, un peu dans mon histoire, excusez, j'étais un peu épuisé. Mais c'est que j'ai pas pratiqué mon papillon tant que ça depuis la COVID. Fait que le fait que je sois proche de mon best time comme ça, c'est vraiment le fun.
Is happy back at the World Championship on the international scene. He missed out the Tokyo Paralympics, but I'm sure he's quite happy to be having the Maple Leaf back on his shoulders for another major event. Alors, Philippe qui semble bien heureux, bien sûr, de retrouver l'équipe canadienne, avait malheureusement manqué l'équipe des Jeux paralympiques à Tokyo l'été dernier, mais elle est de retour à ses championnats du monde à l'île de Madeira au Portugal. Alors, dans quelques instants, dans environ 5 minutes, ce sera la dernière épreuve de cette troisième journée avec le relais 4x50 mètres mix. Shelby Newkirk, Jacob Brayshaw, Felix Cohen de Brossard et Jordan Tucker. So we will be back in a few 5 minutes or so for the last event, the 4x50 mix relay. Shelby Newkirk, Jacob Brayshaw, Felix Cohen, and our third events of the evening, Jordan Tucker. See you.
Favorite. There was a real opportunity here to make the podium in this S800 meters butterfly in the absence of the great Jessica Long from the United States of America. She's got such a reputation in his event. She was the Paralympic champion from Tokyo. Sitting out this one, taking a bit more time to recharge after another Paralympic cycle has been completed for her. And so, as I said, the opportunity was there for some new medalists, and it was Gonzalez Rodriguez that lived up to her pre-race favourite tag to take that victory on what has been a sensational night for Colombia. But look at that finish at the top there. 1/10 of a second. That's what it looks like.
There's the champions celebrating. Celebrations for the Argentinians. They picked up a couple of medals tonight. Probably unexpectedly, you would say. Gonzalez Rodriguez is crowned the world champion in 121.68. It's the first medal for Korea at these championships. Lim In-yong in silver medal position, and Maria Yasmin Aragondiana in bronze medal position, 127.43. And now, Liz Johnson's favourite part of the session.
Everyone's favourite part of the session. Relays bring out the excitement in everybody, whether that's be the people swimming, the people supporting, people watching at home. Anything can happen in a relay.
It is the mixed 4x50 metres medley relay, 20 points. There's 20 points means that the classification numbers of the 4 athletes can add up to no more than 20. You can have less than 20, but you can't have any more. We saw a great swim from the USA this morning. That was an excellent performance in the heat by the USA team, and they've kept that same lineup. I don't think they had many options, the USA team, but others have changed about.
Yeah, we were talking to the coaches earlier, and they just said it just so happens that they're fortunate their combination falls on all 4 swimmers' best strokes.
There's the Canadians. They will be led off by the backstroke champion in the S6 class, Shelby Newkirk. There she is. There you go. In lane number 8. Lane 1 will be the Mexican, Diego Lopez Diaz. That's the first time we've seen Diego Lopez Diaz. World champion in the S3 classification on backstroke. Great Britain will be led off by Lyndon Longhorn. They've got a strong quartet, the Great Britain team. And the Greece team will be led off by Alexandra Stamatopoulou, Paralympic medalist in the S4 50 backstroke. She'll be a strong start for them. Italy, well, Monica Boggioni leads them off. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Spain are led off by Anthony Pons Bertrand. Marta Infante Fernandez back in again after 2 gold medals tonight for her. Brazil, who won the 4x50 freestyle. They've changed their team around from this morning. Can they challenge the Americans? The Americans coming out. They'll be led off by Ellie March, Rudy Garcia-Tolson on the breaststroke, Abbas Karimi on the butterfly, and they will be anchored by Leanne Smith. So the Americans, Liz, almost front-loading their team. They've got the 2+6s up front, and they go down to the S5, Abbas Karimi, and finish with an S3, so they might have a lead, and the other teams will be chasing them.
Yeah, the lead can change hands numerous times in this one. You can swim your female and male swimmers in whichever order you want to as well. So the Americans will be going female, male, male, female. Those 2 6s to lead them off, and then a 5 and then a 3 to bring them home.
Ellie Marks will be up against one of the new finds at these championships, Samuel da Silva de Oliveira from Brazil. Goes in lane number 5. He's an S5, Ellie Marks an S6, but it's a male swimmer against a female swimmer. A great start, a trademark start almost from the Brazilian.
Yeah, and he'll be looking to give the Brazilians advantage down this first 50 metres, because he'll be handing over to an SB5 female athlete, whereas Ellie Marks will be handing over to Rudy Garcia-Tolson, who is an SB6 male athlete, and also going very well there. Just 1 lane up from Ellie Marks is Antoni Pons Pedran for Spain, another S5 male athlete.
Brazil have a very slender lead, but straight away the Spanish swimmer in very, very quickly, and that's Miguel Luque, the SB3 swimmer. But there is Rudy Garcia-Tolson, the SB6 swimmer. USA need to have an advantage here at the halfway point. Just looking down the field now, it looks like these 3 are stretching away from the rest of the field. Maybe lane number 1, the Mexicans going well. They have got Samuel Mandela going on the breaststroke leg for them, but Rudy Garcia-Tolson, the experienced man, first won the Paralympic Games back in 2004, and he's given them a great chance, handing over to Abbas Karimi on that 3rd leg.
Yeah, Karimi, butterfly, his favourite event. He will try and hold on to that lead as the Brazilians hand over to Taliesin Glock, and the Spanish hand over to the very much in form Marta Fernandez Infante. So it's Glock for Brazil, Fernandez Infante for Spain, and Karimi doing an extremely good job of holding on to that lead. He'll hand over to Leanne Smith for the final leg of this relay for the United States of America, and they are going to be difficult to catch from here.
Absolutely, Leanne Smith going in now. She is an S3 swimmer, but she has got an advantage now. The Brazilians will touch in 2nd place. Lydia Vera da Cruz will be well behind Leanne Smith. She's an S4 swimmer and unlikely to pull up that deficit there. Bocciardo going in for Italy on the final leg here. And can Bocciardo pull back the deficit here? The Italians got a long, long way to make up. They might get to the silver medal. They're not going to catch the USA team. Leanne Smith is going to bring them home in front. It's going to be a famous victory for USA. They're going to take a clear win in this one. 2:32.49. And that is inside the world record time. What a swim from the USA. What a finish for 2nd. And it could well be the Italians will take that one, I think. Maybe just Bocciardo. A great finish there for Bocciardo. Spain in 3rd place, just getting ahead of the Brazilians. What a finish for 2nd, but what a performance from the Americans. And that, I think, is inside the world record time.
Well, that was an incredible swim for the Americans. We've been talking to them earlier today. We were talking to Michael Prout Jr. and Erin Popovich, who were swimmers when we were swimming, Paul, and now they're the coaches. And they were saying, we were reminiscing about when they used to have to field 20-point relay teams with Justin Zook as an S10 athlete as the only way to make up the combination. But this is what happens when you get the perfect mix, the perfect blend of athletes, the right amount of points, all swimming their favoured stroke.
Here's Ellie March. She started off well for that USA team. Just kept the deficit down. It was Samuel Silva Oliveira, who had the lead. Also a good swim from the Spanish swimmer Pons Bertran, but a great breaststroke leg from Rui Garcia Tols, and Abbas Karimi just consolidated that lead, and Leanne Smith had an excellent chance there to bring the Americans home. Fantastic last leg, and they have shaved a 1/10 of a second off that world record time. Let's hope these results are confirmed. What a battle for the silver and bronze medals as well, Liz.
Yeah, and the Spaniards, they're sneaking through at the end with their S8 athlete on that final leg. That is, it was incredible. All teams going quicker.
Rudy Garcia Dawson is not moving.
No, not until he knows.
He needs confirmation of this result. He's willing this scoreboard to change and be making it official.
He's watched enough relays to know. He's been to enough major championships to know that until those results are in, you don't celebrate, you don't leave the poolside.
There is how we stand at the minute. What a
So Canada came 8th in this last event of day 3 at the World Para Swimming Championships in the 4x50 mixed relay. And we will have an athlete of the 4 of the mix, Jacob Brayshaw of BC, coming to say a few words. Alors, c'était effectivement la dernière épreuve de cette troisième journée de finale pour le Canada à ces mondiaux de paranatation. Le Canada a terminé 8e aux 4x50 mètres. Relais mix, et on va avoir un athlète membre du quatuor, Jacob Brayshaw de la Colombie-Britannique, qui viendra nous dire quelques mots dans quelques instants de son expérience. Ce sont ses premiers championnats du monde. Il faisait la brasse lors du relais 4 fois 50 mètres et a certainement une grande expérience. Il a seulement à apprendre de ces championnats du monde. Il a seulement 19 ans et avait terminé premier lors des derniers championnats canadiens aux 50 mètres brasse dans la catégorie multiclasse. Alors, c'est une belle expérience pour lui de pouvoir apprendre des meilleurs, de pouvoir être à ces championnats du monde et de participer à une première finale. Alors ça, c'est des moments très, très appréciés pour lui. So Jacob Brayshaw will be our Canadian coming to talk for the 4 athletes part of this relay. It was the last event. So far, it's been quite good. Canada is finishing day 3 with an additional 2 medals. A gold from Tess Rootliff in the 100-meter breaststroke, SB7, and a bronze from Alec Elliott in the 400-meter freestyle, S10. So a total of 8 medals so far for Team Canada, which 3 of them are gold. And the total was 14 medals at the last World Championships in 2019. So this is quite good. There's still 4 days left of these World Championships, and Canada is 6 medals away from equaling or winning more medals than they did at the last World Championship. So we have Jacob with us in a moment. He's going to say a few words about his race at the Worlds and in his relay at 4x50. Let's go with Jacob.
Jacob, second night in a row with the same group. How did the relay go tonight?
Well, we were 20 seconds faster than this morning, so that's pretty good. It's been a ton of fun. It's my first relay. I think all of us, it's our first relay, except for maybe Shelby. So it's just been a great experience for us. And we dropped 20 seconds in the morning, so you can't really be, too unhappy with that. Like, it's pretty good.
Taking 20 seconds off, yeah, that's not bad. And again, for this whole team, your group in the relay, pretty good group. You're enjoying the company?
Oh yeah, it's been a ton of fun working with everyone at our training camp and figuring out the order and practicing takeovers and stuff. It's been really fun. It's been a cool experience, and yeah, it's fun talking before and after the race and the ready room with Felix, and we're just having a great time. So yeah, I really enjoyed it with all the guys.
Where do you swim out of in BC?
I swim out of Vernon, BC, but I swim at Penticton, so Penticton Kisu Swim Club, and yeah, so I'm happy to represent them here, and yeah.
We're wrapping up the show. Say hi to the folks back home.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, hey Uncle D. Thanks for watching me race. Thank you for waking up at 2 in the morning to watch me. So yeah.
Good support. Well done. Way to wrap up the evening. Good stuff.
Thanks, man.
What a great little teenager there, Jacob Brayshaw. Great energy. I think it's the next generation. Well, he is already on the national team, but it's his next generation of swimming champions for Canada. I'm sure we'll see him much later and hopefully in Paris in 2024. So this is it for day 3 at the World Para Swimming Championships. Tomorrow, we are back at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific for the finals of day 4. And it's the start for Nicolas Guy Turbide. He's going to swim his key event, the 100-meter backstroke S13. He's a silver medalist at the Paralympics, also a silver medalist at the last World Championships. So potential medal for Nicolas Guy. Felix Cohen will be back in action. Also Zach Zona, Abby Tripp, Katerina Roxon. Also Camille Berube will be swimming the 100-meter backstroke S7. So lots of action tomorrow. No relay, but about 12 individual races. And of course, they have to qualify in the morning, much early for Canada. And we will be back Eastern Time, noon, for the finals. Alors, c'est la conclusion de cette 3e journée au championnat du monde de paranatation sur l'île de Madeira au Portugal. Le Canada termine cette journée avec 2 autres médailles, une de bronze avec Alec Elliott aux 400 mètres et Tess Rootliff, une championne du monde sur 100 mètres brasse dans la catégorie SB7. Et ceci offre au Canada une 8e médaille au total après 3 jours de compétition. Il en reste 4. Alors, le Canada est en excellente position pour gagner plus de médailles, remporter plus de médailles que lors des derniers championnats du monde. So, thank you for watching. We will be back tomorrow, noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, Canada. So far, 8 medals, 2 more this evening with the gold medal with Tess Rootliff in the 100-meter breaststroke SB7 and Alec Elliott in the 400 freestyle S10.